Son of a bitch, I was muted the entire time. God damn it, I hate the YouTube delay. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of Atlas of Aetheria coming at each and every single one of you guys. We have the third session of this awesome D&D campaign where I get to sit back, I get to be a player, and I get to hang around and not do jiddly or diddly jack shit, and I get to send fireballs at people and drop kick them in the face. It's a great, fantastical time. We have an awesome cast of individuals here for each and every single one of you, as we were all able to make it in attendance. So, besides that, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video and also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. So do that real quick and let's get started with this epic D&D adventure. There we go. Oh boy. I'm a professional, guys. I know exactly how Twitch.tv works, especially OBS. Oh wait, we're not on Twitch. Fuck, we're on YouTube. Whatever, you get the idea. Alright, let's see this.
Whiskey and a fiery kick of red hot cinnamon. It tastes like heaven, burns like hell.
Oh, here we are.
What are you talking
like
about?
the song?
We
What are you
live?
talking about? Yeah, we're live. Hello? What are you talking
I
about?
love it. Hello.
We're talking about how alcohol tastes.
Oh,
More importantly, fireball.
I'm
Yeah,
glad we're not on Twitch.
Fireball.
Not a responsibility.
It's apple juice,
It
guys.
could
It's YouTube, it's apple juice. We're not getting demonetized, right? Right, yeah. Cool.
I love
I'm just gonna take a
juice.
sip of my apple juice. Oh, it's good apple
God.
juice.
I love
Terrible.
apple
That's
juice.
actually terrible.
Being an adult, I love drinking apple juice.
That's some
from the
good
funny
apple
little
juice.
boxes, you know?
Hi, my name is Pete,
Uh-huh.
and I have an apple juice problem.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hold on, wait, door's open.
Oh wait, am I stupid? Did I? Wait, I think I did a funny.
That's for
hold
you
on.
to answer, friend.
Oh no.
I think
It's
I-
the fucking
yeah.
piece-
I think
the
I
fake
accidentally
PNG.
nerfed my freaking power. Oh no, I didn't.
How
I
did
just-
you
Oh,
nerf
Foxy.
yourself?
Oh, no, what the, oh god, okay, Nova took over the entire screen. Alright, back the fuck up, damn.
Oh man.
People are
Damn,
talking
girl.
about there being
She
no
was
sound.
like, hello. Just
It is
saying.
only Nova.
This is the
Um,
Nova show now. I'll have you know.
I was trying to change the performance mode to a higher quality. So I,
Higher quality.
yeah, why am I-
Quality.
Why am I lagging? I just want to know that.
High
not
quality.
lagging, like,
We all
internet.
be lagging today.
Not like
Quality.
lagging internet connection wise, like CPU wise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just because it's D&D and you're running OBS at the same time. It's just like, hey, what can you do? All
Hate
right.
it when that happens.
Oh shit! I have another job. I'm so sorry.
You've been
Haha.
employed?
No, sadly not.
And oh, so
Hey,
sad.
Mortimer, it's the
Oh,
bar. I forgot about that. All
Oh
right.
yeah, good guy.
I love the other thing, Finn. It's like, are you drinking in the morning, Finn? It's like, are you drinking at 11 in the morning? And it's like, eh.
You know, apple juice at 11 in the morning is bad for you.
Apple juice.
Well, I've been
Mortimer.
doing it wrong apparently my entire life. All right.
It's
Dude.
good. It's
You really
okay to
kicked
admit
my
your mistake.
Ambience. But yeah, Jared, you can take it away whenever you want. I'm just gonna be messing with this all
All
fun
right.
stuff in the background.
Apple juice.
So, for our last session, with friends like these, for both our own kind of rehash and for our lovely audience, our adventurers took a quest to quell the rampaging beasts that were threatening a nearby town. Having come to the location of said rampaging beasts, you found not merciless killing monsters, but an abandoned mansion and a lovely family of werebears that was simply trying to survive peacefully in their world with their curse. After conversing with the father, Mandrake, for a little bit back and forth, you began to notice that something was not what it seemed. And right as the puzzle pieces began falling together, an arrow dinked the side of the mansion and battle was upon all of us. But quickly, our adventurers kind of took control of the situation, dispatched the cultists, also questioned them, to find that a new cult is rising, one that was said to be lost within the age of time, the Cult of the Silent Eye, a organization that delves within the shadows and is attempting to destroy the world as we know it and take down the gods once and for all. Armed with this new information and having brought the situation to a peaceful situation once more, our heroes came back to the town of Center Point, slightly tired from their endeavors, but with passion still burning in their hearts. And they came upon a man calling himself Xavier. He invited them to an interesting organization known as the Atlas. And that is where we're starting off today. So all of you are in town, and a man with a long white beard and a staff that is etched with glowing, strange sigils has just appeared in front of you, giving you a small talk about an organization that he wants you to join, and has opened a portal to a demiplane where he wants to discuss further details of your employment.
First off, this guy just appeared randomly out of nowhere at the booth. Hello, welcome. Soul's gonna immediately look around at everybody, pause for a second, see
Is the door open already? Like, does he have the door to
Yep.
his?
Portal's completely open.
Garland walks in.
He's gonna grab Garland. He's gonna grab Garland and just be like, "All right, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, and what are you talking about?"
What the fuck are you first?
Yes, well, I suppose my introduction wasn't the most sufficient.
You know, it's just
I'm
like
Xavier.
the usual sales pitch. Like, you just show up to strangers being like, "Hi, come in through my magic door."
Yes, hello. You will be a part of the Atlas of Aetheria. Did you rehearse that?
Totally
It's
not.
more
Totally not a
It- it's more being told to by the powers that be. It was not my intention to appear to you so suddenly, but strange times call for strange measures. If you'll just follow me, I can explain everything for you.
But you couldn't, I don't know, send for a pigeon or something?
Yeah, nah, that's good. Good evening.
Well, I did send for a dove.
My name is Cornelius Moss, otherwise known as Copper. What's your name?
My name is Xavier Morningstar. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Looking into Salt's pretty good fucking name.
Pretty good name, but
Copper
Thank you.
starts
I didn't
heading-
come up with it.
Oh, also, Druid, if you could unpause the game, just hit spacebar.
Oh yeah, one sec. Thank you for telling me. There
Oh
we go.
my god, I can move my limbs. This is amazing.
You can move again.
Hello.
Paralysis is gone.
Throughout him saying all of this, may I insight tech him?
Please do.
I don't know, man. You just seem like
Insight
you're
the
ready to
shit
walk
out
through
of
that
him.
portal.
Yeah, I'm like,
True.
I was
You're ready.
Look, hey,
ready to go.
oh, it's a nat fucking one. Jesus.
Ow, that is-
adventure. Let's go. Actually, yeah, I think Soul will probably make an insight check through.
I'm good.
What
I
do you succeed?
100% trust him.
What a way to start the day.
That's a way to start the day, yeah.
Oh lord.
I imagine with a 7, Soul is using wizard logic. Powerful people means very bad things 9 times out of 10.
Wizard logic.
No
I'm
one
using-
man
Okay.
should have all that power.
So we got a 10, a 19, a 7, and a 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Alright, so Soul and Nova.
Nova's too fucking tired. It's technically a nat one, and she's just there like, it's too fucking.
It has
been up all
it
night.
has been a minute. It has been a minute since you've had a chance to rest. All of you, really. You don't really have enough information to assess the situation. Your gut tells you one thing, but you can't quite glean anything from the situation as it currently stands. Garland, you have dealt with many people in your life. You know a business opportunity when you see one. You also know when someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. You fancy yourself pretty good at picking between the two. This seems legit.
All right.
Hopper's already ahead of him and heading in. Come on, guys.
You guys are actually suicidal.
Copper! I love you, Copper!
And we
Hopper
never saw him
100%
again.
trusts him, man.
Sol just looks, Noah just looks at Sol and goes, it's too fucking early to fight this, and she just starts walking forward to you.
Oh my god. Now that means if everybody else goes, that means I have to go. Well, fuck it. And he starts walking in.
I mean,
Yes, this is good.
I didn't want to go. Okay, well, I'll go.
Nope, come on. It's time for peer pressure. Let's go.
Alright. Just one question, though. One question.
One question, yes.
Is there alcohol in there?
Oh,
My
that's
boy,
a very good
I am
question.
a 300-year-old wizard. I could not get through the day if there was not alcohol within this realm.
Perfect, guys.
And
Boys
you're-
win.
Yeah, he's an immediate best friend, we'll join it, come on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright.
And with that, I'm gonna pull all of y'all's to this new scene.
I still hate how it's a fake PNG.
Yeah, it's really bugging me.
I know it, Dad.
I want to Photoshop that.
I have
Can
wine
do it
if
real
you need
quick?
it. In my carriage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But no. Actually, think about it, guys. He's just that powerful. He breaks the fourth wall. That's how he has that PNG background. It's just he cracked his own
God.
background and
Oh.
rejects his own reality. Damn, this guy's cool.
If he was so
Let me pull your
goddamn
tokens
powerful,
on.
he'd be able to turn it transparent.
No,
No.
I thought you told me off for breaking the fourth wall, though. All that bullshit of breaking realities and shit.
What, are you going to tell him not to do it? Look at him.
Why can he do it? I can't. That's not fucking fair.
Because
But-
you're Nova and he's him. He just said he was alive for 300 years. How long have you been alive,
I don't know.
Exactly. He's all powerful.
Even though I have been alive for 300 years, I can still hear you.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'll use inside voice.
I don't know why you think he's that powerful. I mean, I could... Just some god could have, like, saved him as JPEG instead.
Nova sees the scrolls at the end of the thing and is just immediately like walking up to them.
And as all of you walk through this portal into this magnificent library with rows of artifacts that just stretch on seemingly endlessly into the horizon, you hear a strange whistling sound. And I need all... Actually, no, I don't. Okay. You hear a strange whistling sound, and all of you see a magical, glowing sword rushing towards you.
The fuck?
And then this 300-year-old man steps in front of you, quick as anything, quick as the blink of an eye, and starts to parry the sword with a sword that he seems to have brought out of nowhere. And he goes, Clarence! Clarence! These are new people! You do not play with them! They do not understand! And as he says that, the sword kind of stops, and it seems to kind of bow itself towards all of you, almost as if it's trying to greet you. The man puts away his sword, looks at you with a look of deep regret, and he goes, I am so sorry. Clarence is a puppy in enchanted sword years, and we are trying to train him.
Cornelius just
Okay.
steps up and it just holds out his hand.
Name's Cornelius Moss, but you can call me Copper, if you can call me that.
Fucking Virgil, dog.
I love him.
And Copper, the sword doesn't offer its own name, but you do hear a dull kind of metal clanging sound coming from it, almost as if something has struck it in response to you talking.
Ah. Where is the wizard and me robots, by the way? Just so I can have a point of reference.
Oh, I forgot to bring him over.
See, all
He
powerful. They
forgot to
even
set his own
mastered the
portal.
greater invisibility spell.
Oh my
And yet
god.
he still can't turn the PNG invisible.
There we go. There he is.
Do not question his methods.
Have I been? Damn, have I
Stop,
stopped at
stop.
all as I'm beelining for the books and scrolls?
Do you what?
Have I been stopped at all as I'm beelining?
No, you haven't.
What titles do I see then just by skimming?
So, kind of looking through the shelves as your eyes just glance everywhere, you see several things. A glass case holds what looks to be a crown that just has a quick inscription, Crown of Yon Sigmir III. And then, looking across some of the shelves, you see basic necromancy, what to do, what not to do, and how to touch a zombie. And then you also see various enchantment books, different portfolios by different wizards. There seem to be a lot of very famous books that you didn't really think were around that much or had only a few copies.
Oh, look what they got! As he's just like, pulling books out. Like, I only thought they had this issue in like the north. I only had
Yes, we have a good collection. I'm glad you enjoy.
Oh, you wouldn't mind me having a look around, would you?
No, go for it.
Oh,
You
thank
see,
very much.
anyone that is brought to this realm is allowed to see anything and everything that we reside inside of it. Please, browse to your heart's content. We will
Okay.
meet back soon to discuss other details.
Where's the
Copper's gonna
alcohol?
Copper's going to start going over, and he's kind of like practically climbing on the bookshelf to get some of the higher up ones. You'll see Mortimer just next to him, like just getting books very partially, stacking them on his in his arms, and then waiting for Copper to come back down to then offer.
Oh,
Taj, you were trying to say something?
Where's the alcohol?
Ah, yes, the more important things in life, I understand.
Thank you.
And he snaps his fingers, and a section of the of one of the bookshelves just kind of comes apart. And you see several very nice liquors right in front of you, several of which you recognize from your days in the military.
Copper arms just stretch as he gets pulled between them, and then just.
Oh, man.
Good lord.
Hey,
I like you.
Yes, well, I like myself, thank you.
hey, Drew,
That's
real
the kind of
quick.
confidence we need.
So what are some like points of reference or not points of interest more so that I just see around in the room? I can make a perception check to see like, oh, okay, there's something like a little bit strange over here, and there's something strange over there. Yada yada.
cool.
Sure,
Can
go for it.
Alright,
Yep, go for it.
Perception.
I'll tell you guys what you see.
Oh, come on, game. Really? Come on, please.
Damn, you
You're
blind.
It's fine.
Come on,
Damn,
the
he
League of
blind.
I'm trying to like
Yes.
look around so know what to
all the
interact
good
with.
rolls
Game.
were fucking.
I would be rolling, man, but
Alright.
no time here.
I guess
Go
Soul is
blind,
more
so.
so. Soul is probably like stuck over in this area trying to figure out like, is this a lever? What is this? It's just stuck looking at this, focused on it.
So, looking around, you see a lever on the ground. You also see, of course, bookshelves, glass cases full of random artifacts. One of them seems to be a swirling ball of what appears to be water within a glass case. As you look over at it, you see a smiley face form itself out of the water, and a hand kind of emerges from the side of the smiley face, very tiny hand, and it just goes before kind of swirling back into itself.
Yeah, but I don't see this with that one. Oh, poor
As
buddy.
you look over at the lever, Clarence kind of runs over to you as much as a floating sword can run, and kind of takes its hilt at the lever, almost as if it's asking you to pull it.
Well,
Does Copper see this as well?
Yep.
fuck.
In the corner of the room where Soul is, you'll see Soul and the sword interacting.
He'll look over towards the sword, kind of like, wait, curious. You want me to pull this thing? I guess. I'll reach over a little bit hesitantly, but then kind of pull it to see what happens.
And you pull it, and a very, very loud kind of creaking sound starts to occur, and you hear Xavier kind of shout over it, going, "So sorry, we meant to oil that last week. We have not gotten around to it." And a section of the wall kind of unfolds, and you see a stone, a very large stone with kind of a blanket around it, and a hole in the center. Clarence immediately, inserts itself within the stone, and just goes silent.
It's his bed, like the sword in the stone. Oh,
Oh my god.
You get the feeling it just wanted a nap.
That is the most adorable sword I have ever seen in my life. I'd die for that thing. Anyways, alright. He's just gonna kind of give him a little pat on the hilt and then just keep on going around.
on that nat one though, since Soul's just obviously distracted, Nova just starts piling books. It sounds like, "Hit, Soul, hold these," and he just,
Yep,
just
sure.
starts piling.
He's just like, yep, Oh, wait, no.
Yes, I see all of you enjoying
Look,
yourselves.
he's taking a little nap. He's gonna point towards the little sword.
We will die for this sword. We need a sword to protect the sword.
Oh, you could build him something like
Wait, so is
that.
he going to like start dual wielding? What does that mean?
I don't know, but I'd feel bad using him to hit other things with, you know?
I mean,
Like, he doesn't
I
deserve
assure
I
you,
mean-
Clarence doesn't mind. He's quite feisty.
that might be true, but like, do you feel bad when I use myself to hit sort of things? I mean, I don't know.
You kind of ask for it half the time, like... But, I mean, that's just me, but...
I'm going to act like you didn't say that. Alright, that's it for me. I'm just chilling over here getting distracted.
Oi, Eros! Hey, you mind giving me a bit of a hand here? I'm trying to reach all the stings, but I don't really want to make everything grubby, you know? Wouldn't mind, would you?
Yeah.
Busy looking at this, that's...
It's called a cat. Yeah, this is called a cat.
Well, you would know. I just kind of like reaches hands out to the cat.
Please bite him. Please bite him. Please bite him in character, huh?
Come on.
Bite
Animal
him.
handling.
Bite him.
Animal handling. Come on. Hide him.
Roll for animal handling.
Sure. Ha, suck it.
Aw.
You don't roll for initiative yet.
Emphasis on yet.
Now I need you to roll a.
He is merely indifferent.
Never mind. I need to roll a d20, see what happens with this. Okay. You go to reach and kind of pet the cat. Tabby in appearance looks at you with very bright, multicolored eyes, and it purrs as you pet it. It seems very, very content to just be in your presence.
I love your eyes, darling. You
Aw.
are very pretty. That's
You
what-
hear a small, feminine voice go, "Thank you."
What the fuck?
Most honest reaction.
Taj just looking bug-eyed at this fucking cat.
You can fucking talk?
Yes, I don't really like doing this, but I can. And you all seem talkable. So
Guys, errors. I'm not drunk yet. This shit can talk, right?
No, you're not drunk yet. But you can start whenever you want.
Does Nova hear this?
Yeah.
Holy shit,
I'd say
talking
you
cat
do.
throws 5 books at Sol and Bumble.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on, I gotta make a check to see if I can catch this shit. Alright, dexterity. Alright, they all go tumbling down. Oh, son of a bitch! Alright, and you see his Nova or his soul just begins to, as all the books go clattered about, he's like, alright, 1, 2, 3, just stacking
How
all
it
the
feels
books
putting
together.
all your points in int. Oh.
You'll see Clunk just kind of like come over and try to help you, Sensei.
Oh, thank you. 6, 7, 8, and he just keeps going.
Xavier sees your plight and he goes, my boy, if I may." And he kind of raises his hand and does a little gesture, and the books hover in the air,
No,
kind of
no,
waiting
no,
for
no.
you to pick them.
Do not do
Oh,
that. I'm
okay.
organizing them in a
We're putting them
specific
back down.
manner by date. 9,
I see.
10.
Carry on then.
Just let him be. He'll sort out.
Oh,
This
man.
library does self-sort. You see, this entire realm is sentient.
Yeah, it's fine. He's particular. He'll get used to it.
I see.
Oh,
God damn, this my realm is sentient. What next? The chair also talks?
Please say the chair talks.
Well, it hasn't talked to me yet. But if it talks to you, do let me know.
We're in a Disney
All right,
film.
It's never really
Sure.
quite chatty.
We're in a
I
Disney
don't
He just walks to the chair and hit it like with his kicks the chair. Can you
The
talk?
chair does nothing. No, the chair does nothing.
Yes.
It simply
The
takes it.
chair kicks him back.
And he kind of looks over towards the group of you that has gathered around the cat, and he goes, I see you have met our resident feline, the talkative feline herself.
She's quite lovely.
Yes, Glenn is her name.
Repeat that?
Glenn.
Glenn. Okay.
Yep. She chose it herself.
Wait, Glenn or Galen?
Glenn, with an I.
Lynn. Okay.
Glenn.
Yes. She's sort of our bodyguard around this area. You see, she's really quite formidable. Isn't that right, Glenn? And he kind of looks over and kind of pets the cat, and it just kind of purrs at him.
Oh, dude.
You don't really fuck with cats.
Yes, especially when they have a magical battle form.
I'm sorry, what?
Lord.
I'm so- Yo.
Yes, she doesn't fight just as a cat. I mean, sometimes she does. Sometimes she does. Don't get me wrong, but she has a magical avatar that she likes to assume whenever we are under attack, which thankfully is not often. Or, you know, if we're just sparring.
Sparring.
Oh,
Yes,
I might try
I
that
find her
later.
to be quite the partner.
I might try that later. Hey, cat. Want some? As he offers her the drink.
Meanwhile, a quaint cat
Immediate
ears picked up
friendship
that
formed.
time.
Quaint cat appears.
The cat kind of looks up at you, Taj, and goes, I'm always willing to spar. Please let me know if you're ever serious.
I'm always serious.
You're not perfect.
Well, in that case...
Roll for initiative.
I'm gonna be
Please.
getting out the way now. So
Nova takes a step back like that.
Now, the cat does begin to change and swirl into a different form. Though it's not going to attack you, it does seem to at least want to show you. And sort of a tornado of winds kind of illusions itself around the cat. Its form flickers and swells and changes. And in front of you is a very tall woman with kind of a large, almost exploded looking ponytail and feline eyes, holding two sharp knives in front of her. They look to be made of obsidian and sharp as a nightmare.
Hot.
Fair.
we know Maggie's type confirmed.
Yeah, the bitch that can literally put me on my ass with a sword.
Mood. Taj, was it?
Yeah. Yes.
Lovely. This is my battle form, as my lovely friend here just informed you of just the other moments. I have wonderful Najiri blades.
I am very curious how you do in combat. But I guess-
taller than him.
Yeah, she's probably taller than him. I guess if we were to spar, this place could. Yeah, you know, maybe there will be some collateral damage. So let's wait for it later, maybe.
We have specific rooms for that, and the library doesn't really care too much. It's very damage resistant. Aren't you, little old thing? And you hear books kind of like flap and walls creak a little bit, almost an answer.
Copper
The
just
light-
like
Yeah.
Copper just because he's kind of like holding on to one as
On
it just
top of the
snaps.
shelves!
I'd imagine
None
like
of the books pop out under your feet to keep you afloat.
I imagine Soul just calls out to Copper who's helping him. He's like, "All right, I think that's book number 45. How's it going up there?"
Oh
It's
no,
fucking
run cool
hovering.
Wait, more to. Okay, all right, fine.
No,
Do you mind if you drop my rivets in just for context?
I have a question. So the map itself, this is pretty much what it looks like, right?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't interrupt, did I? Or
No.
okay.
Over there.
So since he's entered, Garland has been basically like an inspector, has been walking around with both treasure sense and detect magic on. This guy's arcane. I don't know, man. I'll enter his house, but I just want to see what's up with him.
Okay.
So-
You go
I just want
blind.
to see how valuable all his furniture is.
I want to detect magic. You just go blind because everything's gloves.
Flashbang out!
Blood bursts from the mask. Oh god.
It's
Oh.
too much.
You do see quite a lot within your two types of vision. There is a lot of magic to be found here, and there's a lot of valuables here. However, one thing in particular does catch your eye. Towards the corner, there's an altar that has sort of a very fine-looking helmet that looks suited for a knight, and it kind of glitters. It kind of glitters magically with several different colors. And there's a placard that says, for Tyr the Most Magnificent, his most priceless artifact. And it kind of just goes on and on with this major descriptor, talking about how magnificent and how valuable it is. However, you have your treasure sense on, and you see nothing.
Man got scammed.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Now, specifically, I have
I mean-
expertise in investigation if I want to see the exact value. Can I get, like, a good look at this thing?
Go for it,
I mean,
absolutely.
the description did say it was priceless, quite literally.
It might be sentimental value. You don't know.
Oh.
And this, plus 3, so 19.
19?
Yep.
After looking at it for a couple of minutes, kind of observing the materials, observing the magic on it, kind of looking at the craftsmanship, you'd say 3 copper. Maybe.
I literally was gonna
Oh,
Oh, man.
It's like paper mache.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh,
That's a bit of a yiker.
that's sad. But in particular, if the place does look as it is on the map, walking around, would I notice this trapdoor?
Oh, everybody's like, wait, there's a trap
Here,
door?
point it out to me.
Where
Where?
Garland is, there's in the corner. Do you see there's like a small trapdoor there?
You would see
Oh,
the trap
shit.
door, yes.
Whoa.
Oh, this
Yo, what
one.
the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah. The fuck?
Oh, and
Like
Xavier
art-
kind of looks around and he says, I see you found something of interest. What is it?
Yes. Where does this lead down?
Well, let me consult my map. We have a map for how this place is laid out, and he starts to pull things out of his robes, and he pulls out several trinkets, a statue of a golden frog, a lot of gold pieces, and after like 30 seconds of just solid pulling things out, he goes, well, I seem to have misplaced my map. I don't know. I'll have to find out sometime.
Unfortunate. You wouldn't mind me casting a small spell, would you?
No, go right ahead.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good onto the trapdoor. Now it's made of wood, so it should penetrate into wherever it is in.
Gotcha. You detect good. You do not detect anything remotely malevolent.
Doesn't that work for like a radius? Wouldn't he detect
It's a radius, I think, and so yeah,
Okay.
like it would still penetrate into the room. And
Right.
now specifically, it detects Celestials, Phase Fiend, Aberration,
Okay.
etc.
In that case, you detect something celestial. It doesn't seem to have the signature of something that is alive and celestial, but something celestial nonetheless.
down the trap door?
Down the trapdoor, in the room below.
Colcaron, is that you?
Did you say that out loud?
Even no.
Okay.
Whispered it to my. So if this man has if the skeletons in this closet are, good, then honestly, I trust this man a bit more now that he's hiding good things.
Yeah, Nova got distracted and was like, wait, hold on. Okay, too many things to look at. And then turns to, what was the guy's name again? Xavier? Yeah, okay. Turns to Xavier going, why did you bring us here again?
Yes, I suppose we should get back to that sometime. Although this library has many things, I need to go perusing more. And he kind of looks off into a distance for a couple of seconds before snapping back. Oh, right. Why did I bring you here? Well, you see, this organization was founded many, many eons ago by the original creator of this library and the one who gave it sentience. The library acts as sort of a guardian of artifacts and of a general good around the world. It keeps tabs on what is going on throughout the realm itself. And it told me, just a couple of weeks ago, that disturbing things are on the horizon for all of us. And in its wisdom and sentience, it has told me to seek out certain adventurers that may help purge this evil once and for all. You see, it sent me for all of you. I do not know why, but I trust its judgment.
Look to Soul. Kind of know the feeling.
Sorry, I can't see. I know Nova's talking, but I can't see past the books. He's just like waddling over like 63 of them.
Tower books.
Glunko
That's best.
literally clunk over and take them off your hands.
Oh, thank heavens. Thank you, big guy.
Is my are my robots on the map? Because I can't see them.
Yes, they are.
Wait, where are they?
Could you
One
respawn
sec.
them? Because I
Now
cannot
the same
see
either.
Yeah, I was
them.
Yep, 1 sec.
Thank you.
Yeet. Oh, nope. Come on, Steel. There we go.
I need my roleplay.
Yes.
Your roleplay comfort animals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You see, whenever you sort of talk, you have to sort of like move your token a little bit, as if you're rotating them, right? Yeah, there you go.
I love that.
Wait, how do you do that?
You just click on your thing and then hold control, and then use like the mouse wheel.
Now, you're one that's shaped more.
Maximum
Oh god, they
immersion.
move. You're one that's shaped more like a robot butler. Is that the one called Wartimer?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Xavier's going to inspect Wartimer real quick, just kind of idly. Be like, a fine specimen you are. Tell me, what is this one's name?
Oh, out there, that's Wartimer.
Wartimer. Wartimer.
Yeah.
It is very fine to meet you, Wartimer. And he reaches out a hand to the robot.
The robot will look over and taking a piece of cloth out of its pocket, he'll wipe his hand first and then reach it out. And upon shaking, he's then going to rub it once again and put it back. And kind of like
Damn rude.
constantly behind his head.
Yeah, he has a bit of a personality. I don't know where it came from. Neither with all my robots, really. I don't really program any personality, but I get it.
Detect evil and good.
Nothing bad sounds.
There's a demon inside Mortimer.
Lucifer is watching through his eyes.
I'm running through spell slots, holy shit.
I love that. Oh my god. Yeah. After that handshake, Xavier just kind of claps his hands together and goes, "A fine specimen you are, Wartimer. You're great." And he kind of looks to the rest of you and goes, As I was saying, pardon me, I get distracted quite easily. 300 years, you must keep yourself easily entertained. Anyway, yes, the library brings together people that it feels are important. And I suppose it feels all of you are important.
I'm sorry.
I was watching it as I was saying, I'm like, oh god, I gotta keep it together.
He has ADHD.
300 years of that bullshit. Oh man,
I
poor
could not
buddy.
imagine a good year ADHD. Jesus.
And then as a wizard of all things, yeah, fuck that.
out.
Yeah.
Not a life I want.
No.
But yeah, so he kind of collects his thoughts, brings out a couple scrolls of paper, and he says, "You see, we are always in need of adventurers, and especially when some perish or leave our ranks, the library deigns to fill them. You are the new recruit, shall we say?"
Makes eye contact with Sol on perish. Like,
Yeah, this is great. Woo! Adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And-
continue.
Okay. He claps his hands together and says, "Before I forget, I must make sure that I do this for all of you." And he waves his hands across kind of like all of you. And you see a blue diamond-shaped card kind of appear in front of all of you, hovering in the air until you take it. And Xavier explains, going, "This is your membership card. Anytime you're outside of our little realm right here, you may simply shine it to the sun or moon, and it will open a portal for you to return. You see, if you choose to accept, you will have free run of this entire grounds. We have many different facilities, very standard for an HQ or player base, if you will.
Question.
And we hope that you will find them useful." Yes, what is your question?
How exploitable is this for people? This isn't about money.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Holy Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Say someone takes this from us. How exploitable is it? They would be able to be sent right here, to your headquarters.
Yes, well, technically, yes, but two things keep it in place. The fact that these cards are only usable by you folk, and also if they were to come to the realm not allowed, as I program each portal I make with allowing who is allowed to enter and who isn't. If they come into the library unannounced and unallowed, the natural defenses will kick in, and I'm afraid that they will not beat the defenses. For one, we have Clarence.
First line of defense.
A dog store.
The dog sword is actually a baby.
Yes, but a very powerful baby, which probably isn't the best, but anyway.
Taj would approach.
No, you got it. You got it.
Taj would approach him, like looking at him in the face, like seriously, and just. That's cool and all, but I can't help but question why us, and why do you trust us so much? These cards seem to have a very great power transporting people back here. What makes you think we are trustworthy of it?
Well, I will admit, I do not know any of you, frankly. I have only seen what you have accomplished as of late with the werebears. Mandrake, was it? I think that was his name, possibly Mortimer. He seemed like a molly. I'm not sure. But I saw how you acted, how noble you acted in the face of such danger. And that alone would persuade me to trust you, but you see, even if I did not, I trust the library, and the library has selected you. It may have its own reasons, but as it was created by and almost has the sentience of the god of knowledge, it seems to know, and I trust its judgment. For if it has allowed you in here, you seem good enough to me.
Got knowledge.
I thought I heard enough bullshit from these two back here, but well, somehow beat them.
Which
Sure.
god of knowledge? Just for curiosity's sake.
Yes, well, more of a council of them, but if we had to pick a specific one, and he kind of opens his hand in the air and pulls out a scroll just out of nowhere, and kind of looks through it, and he's like, very sorry, I'm looking through through the registry. You see, we have had so many influences here. Let me pick the one that actually started the whole shebang, shall we say. And he peers through the list and goes, yes, I'd seem to have forgotten. Ogma. That is the chief of the essence of the library, the god Ogma, also known as the Lord of Knowledge.
Ogma has essentially chosen us.
Yes, well, his essence, I suppose, has essentially chosen you.
Alright.
Thinking through the past, would Copper know anything of Ogma?
You have seen some information about him. You do know that there were several indexes of information within the Forge that spoke of Ogma. Nothing really nailed down, more mysteries and legends and such, but there was some information.
Would I be able to roll a religion check for knowing Ogma?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll probably join in on that.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
see if I
Yeah,
can
let's
look
do
up
it.
anything more.
Doesn't matter. Who cares?
So-
It's not Colcaron.
Not cold. L plus not cold Quran.
Alright.
DM, can I do Arcana rather than religion?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know about these fancy gods. All
Damn
I
it.
have
I got my gun in the name of God.
L plus no glitter plus no gold.
Righto, so 13, 22, and 11. So, oh, and Garland, you also got an 8. Awesome.
Didn't need to remind them.
I was just checking. With the religion check, you guys all know that Ogma was one of the main gods in the kind of group of the gods that resided over realms of knowledge. You know that he was kind of the chief of such, and that he oversaw many matters related to kind of bookkeeping of the divine realm. He was known as the one that recorded all history, and supposedly still records all history. He has what is known as the Master Scroll, that has knowledge written down of every single thing that has ever occurred in the world of Aetheria, and everything that ever will. Although he allows no one besides himself to see this. And for your Arcana check, Nova, you know that Ogma was also known as a great inventor of many spells. It seems that he was known among the gods for creating a lot of the spells that we use today. He worked with the gods that resided over magic specifically to kind of create what many modern wizards, warlocks, and sorcerers commonly use.
Alright. Interesting, okay.
Interesting. At this point, Saul is going to shift the conversation a little bit. He's going to say, I'm actually curious on the individuals we'd be working with, specifically, well, this company, if you will. So, how, well known are you across the realm?
Well, in terms of notoriety, I suppose, we actually try to keep a little bit on the down low, if you will. We find that keeping a low recognition tends to help further our goals. You see, sometimes in order to keep the populace safe, it is best for them to not know of us.
Very well. Would you if we were to be working with you, I'd assume you'd like to keep that discretion, or have us keep that discretion, right?
At the moment, yes. Now, there are many individuals within this world that, if you give them the right codes, phrases, or signs, will reveal themselves as one of our own. You see, we have several branches throughout the world in their own demi realms that you can go to, but we all tend to keep our knowledge of each other only to ourselves and make sure no one else hears about us. For example, you may have heard of a certain library besides this one. It was created by ancients. I know not if you know what ancients are, but the library has a nasty habit of erasing memories of people who find it. I do not agree with their methods personally, but they're on par with us in terms of hierarchy, so I cannot completely stop them, even though I do give their headmaster a stern talking to every 75.5 years when we meet for tea.
Oh, sorry, my cat fell out of bed.
Oh,
Oh, just sleep
No.
when I caught him.
Oh man. Looking towards Nova, he'll say, yes, we've actually traveled to said library before. It is definitely quite
Really?
strange. Yes.
It is quite the place. I do not enjoy their decor.
Yeah, you just see Nova playing with the ring on her finger. Like, it was. From what I remember, it was amazing.
I see.
don't know how we found it.
Yeah. We have no recollection of how we got there and where it is now, really, though.
Oh, they erase your memories of the location, of course. Like I said, they tend to do that.
I mean-
They are rather paranoid.
Could this help us find it? And I hold out my hand to show the ring.
Ah, my, what a ring you have there. Did you take that from them?
And one of the, and it's like she's struggling to remember. It's like one of the people who worked there gave it to me. But I think it was on good terms. It seemed like it was on good terms. Just she seemed nice enough and just gave it to me.
I see. Would you mind if I inspected it for a moment?
Yeah, sure. And I hand it over.
He takes the ring, looks at it, and then he smiles, and he goes, Alexander gave this to you. You see, he is one of our people that transferred over to a different branch, that library. That little bastard is known for his tricks and his follies, and though you see his bosses aren't quite fond of people remembering how to find them, he is. He gave you a key to unlocking your memory of the location.
I immediately look at
Tricky
Soul
little
like,
bastard.
holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
Soul is lost in thought, sort of pondering for a moment and sort of saying, yes, I see. Seems distracted for a moment, but begins to come back and focus.
Now, I'm sure all of you, as entertaining and as fascinating as this conversation truly is, I know I myself am having a great time. But I have seen some of your adventure as of late, and I know that you may require some rest. So, if you would like, I can open up the bedrooms for you, and you may all take your own bedroom, and perhaps we can meet back in the morning, or rather in the afternoon. I know not what time it is currently.
I wouldn't mind that.
Just like ADHD.
So, well, I mean, if you're showing us to the bedrooms and all that stuff, then Soul's gonna kind of pull Nova to the side for just a quick second and say,
Yeah.
Nova, a quick word.
Yeah, shoot, what's up?
Though he seems forthcoming and forthright, I'm still unaware exactly who we are working for and what their overall goals are. You can do whatever you wish, but for the time being, I will withhold my name from them. Just for now.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything is it just you're just a bit nervous because you don't know anything yet, or have you?
More
Gully-
that and other things, but I am still unconvinced that just randomly us 6 or whatever is. He just happened to pick us for whatever reason, or just a random werebear hunt. for
Oh
these
yeah, because
adventures.
it's so bizarre for a stranger to look for like a few individuals because of something they've seen or heard of.
Oh, I know exactly. But you know how I have my abilities, but I do not know how he has his.
Well, that's one thing to find out then. I agree with you that it's not really clever to just put your faith in blind luck and just, go along with what he says.
Right.
Until he gives us a reason not to trust him, I say we go along with it. I'll do my own
Sadly, I
thing.
am of the opposite volition. Give me a reason to trust you, and then I shall.
Okay. Oh. That mentality's kept us alive so far.
Alright, I don't know here. Just refer to me as, Armin.
I'm
for
pretty
now.
sure, mate,
Why
I'm
not?
pretty sure I've said your name a few times, shouting your name for books.
No, you didn't. You just got my attention. I made sure.
Xavier, you have my complete and utter trust. My name is Garland V. Vermillion, and I extend out my hand for handshake.
And he
Here are my credentials.
he
My
shakes you back and goes,
Here's
"This
my
is,
address, here's my social
well
security.
met."
I love you.
Marry me.
And he kind of sweeps his hand to the side, and you hear like shuffling and almost like construction noises towards the back of the library that you can see before a hallway opens up and lights appear out of the ceiling. And he goes, "I've instructed the library to open up the bedroom suites for all of you. Please go into the bedrooms, have a nice rest. Whatever you need, simply ask the library for it, and it will grant it to you, if it is possible. If not, please come see me, and I shall see to it. But let us meet back here, and after a good rest,
It's like,
and we will all discuss." Oh, you're sideways. Oh,
yeah, I am.
I hate it when that
Oh,
happens.
that's crazy.
If you don't mind, guys, I might have a blues around. Might get in a bit late, if you don't mind.
Hell yeah. Alright, so who is going to bed and who is staying up and maybe looking around?
I gotta get out.
I'm gonna do a bit of a look around.
Okay.
I'm just wanting to look at a few books, see if I can get some history.
I would like
Yeah.
to continue talking to Xavier, but like after
Yes.
everyone's done their like perusing, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
same. I'll stay with Garland.
Okay. So let's start with you perusers. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just looking around?
I am looking. So I'm going to be going
Fuck,
for a
I'm sorry,
late
muted.
night
Damn it.
kind of thing. So I'll have a general look around, and also I want to see if I can get any more information on the dwarven forges.
Gotcha. Okay, so as you kind of peruse around, you look through the shelves and shelves and shelves of books, kind of looking for anything that might catch your eye based on those subjects. And you see a couple of books at one point that talk about the dwarves, their heritage, their customs, their sort of ancient sects, and their more ancient history records. And lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and one of the books happens to talk about their forges. And as you kind of read through it, you find that they created many forges. Of course, they were very popular with those, but they created a select group of forges that were known as master forges, ones that kind of stood above the rest in terms of performance, capability, and resources. These, however, as the book states, have been lost to time, and not a single one has ever been found. However, you know that to be false.
I want to do two things. One, I want to look around for research in terms of what I normally look for in libraries. So, any creatures like me. anything I can look for in terms of souls magic and how that can be anything like that in terms of, and my magic, how those two work. Anything on celestial like stars and all that kind of like astrological kind of thing. Anything in that range. And because of everything we heard about last time, anything to do with what he was talking about with the cult of the Silent Eye.
Gotcha. Okay. You look around for a little bit, perusing through the many shelves, trying to find those things that which you seek. And you find a lot of books on tarot and astrological signs and the importance of them in daily lives. You see several kind of how-tos on divination spells, many of which you already know or have heard of. One book catches your eye as a sort of experimental how-to with creating new divination spells. If you peruse through it, you see that the author, though prestigious, was known at the time to be a little bit out of his mind. However, a lot of his research in the book seems to be solid, if not a little bit creative. And you don't know if these would actually work, but testing and more testing might yield results. Looking past that, you also see books about different gods that have to do with fate. You find a wonderful 3-piece volume on Hecate, the goddess of magic and the crossroads. It has a inscription of her on the cover, just a woman in a dark flowing gown that is standing in the middle of a glittering crossroads. Looking past that, you also see nothing particularly about yours or Soul's conditions. You do find a book that talks about seers and happens to list a man by the name of Phineas. It seems to be a registry of existing seers in the world, those that have been cataloged anyway. And a little bit of a foreword says, those below have been known and registered to have the gift of either foresight or post-sight, and are very powerful within their ability to do so. It has several names and inscriptions, none of which really strike you. And then at the bottom, in terms of like most recent, is a name by the man, a man by the name of Phineas. And it doesn't have anything past that.
Okay. The second thing I want to do is once I've just, because obviously we haven't slept, so I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to the rooms that they said. Go to my room on my own, and I want to try laying out a tarot reading for Xavier. Just to get a feel of what I think of him.
Gotcha. So, as you do that, go to your room, kind of lay out your tarot cards. As soon as you pull them out of your pack, you hear a soft, almost monotone voice kind of talk within your room, going, "Tarot mode engaged. Please hold." And as you pull each of the tarot cards out, a sort of magical representation of the cards appears in front of you, almost like a 3D screen, showing each of the cards that you pulled.
They got Bluetooth.
I love that. Oh my god.
They got Bluetooth.
Alright, and as soon as I pull that up, I will see what cards you pick.
I am terrified.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was
This
muted
really
or
is
whatever.
a Disney film.
Don't pick the devil.
Because I was muted, because I want to actually, especially before this, Soul would have literally just said to kind of said to like the main 6 of, I'm gonna go explore. Who wants to go get lost?
Oh, I mean, I'm going on a history hunt. Fuck it. Yeah.
I like it. He's gonna look. He's gonna. I would
Wait.
assume
On one condition.
All right.
Can we have a sleepover later? I've always wanted one.
Oh,
I haven't had one. Well, anyone to do it with, really.
You see his soul's kind of like has a serious face, and then it just sort of cracks up for a second to hear a little bit of a chuckle. Sure, we could have a sleepover here, but Mortimer has to make the tea. Also, well, he's gonna look over, probably notice Taj and Garland are more dead set on talking to this individual. Eros, care to join us?
I am actually gonna peruse stuff. I might just like do a little check on him later, but I'll like look at tomes and stuff when it gets to my turn.
Oh, I'm talking about like if there's multiple rooms in this building, we're going to multiple rooms. We're getting lost in the mansion.
Yes, explore.
But he's gonna look towards Eros and see if he was interested.
Eros would go up and say, "Can't get more lost than I already am, so sure, why not?"
Perfect.
Damn.
I
Okay,
didn't mean for him to be such a roast machine. I'm so sorry.
And
there you
okay, so Taj, you're still with Garland, right?
Yeah.
go.
Perfect. So after I read these tarots, we're gonna go to you and see what y'all are up to. But Nova, as you pull the cards, you see. Actually, how many cards do you pull?
So I'm going to pull past, present, future for Xavier.
Gotcha. So for past, you pull the Hanged Man.
Okay. Okay.
And for present, you pull the Stars.
Okay.
For future, you pull the Hermit.
It's not the tower. It's not the tower. It's not the tower. It's not the tower.
Nova
It
just
is not the tower.
at the layout and just kind of softly smiles to herself and goes, "Okay. Okay."
Okay.
And,
Now,
put it all away again and actually see if she can go off and find Soul. And
gotcha.
What up to?
As you put your cards away, you hear the same soft voice kind of emanate, and it goes, "Tarot mode, disengaged. Please have a lovely..." And then it like stutters for a second and goes, "Morning, afternoon, evening." You get the feeling it wasn't programmed with which exact time it was, so it gives you all of them just to be certain.
They were just like on the hand on the door and like, "Yeah, you too," disembodied voice, and just leaves.
Oh man.
Alright. Okay, Jones, yeah. Garland and Taj, what are we up to?
Garland, Taj, do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
I'll be very quick. I'm gonna I'm gonna just give him a look over. Now, this guy can be kinda, you can sell him stuff cheap for a lot. It's happened once, as we've seen. How well could I, just looking at him, how well can I, oversell something?
To Xavier?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You get the feeling that you could try to play on his sort of absent-mindedness,
Mm-hmm.
although he would probably be a hard customer to swindle, but not impossible.
We all have a good challenge. And as well, I do want to ask you a question. Leans in. I need every single tome here that relates to the Ancients. Every one of them.
The Ancients? Pray tell, why would you need such information?
I simply desire to know.
Well, information is made to be known, so okay. Let it be so.
Yeah, sure, bud.
And he sort of kind of flicks his hand, and then a card appears in his hand, sort of a red card. And he goes, "Please, take this, go 3 doors down on your left, and insert it in the slot. There will be a small room collected with all the tomes on the Ancients that we have."
Am I allowed to bring these into my room? I'd like to study these overnight.
Yes, go for it.
Perfect. I go over, start thinking, collect the books, go into my room, and locking the door, making sure, putting them down on whatever table there is. Garland breathes in deep breath, takes off the hood, takes off the mask, and goes on to researching.
He needs his reading
Gotcha.
mask.
He's just
to the door now.
he needs to. I
Or
mean,
just bust down the door.
really stuffy. It's really stuffy.
Just
All right.
acting like a little puzzle at the bottom of the mask. Like, oh.
Ah, like collect like condensation on it. He has to like shake the mask a little.
Sounds a bit of, like,
Oh.
grub and like food stuck to like the lip area.
No, there's no mouth area. He has to like kind of like, like underneath. Yeah,
I love
Yes.
that.
he'll do his research after Taj's conversation.
Okay.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Garland pulled
Um,
off his mask.
Garland's sweaty mask.
Sweaty mask.
Did he?
He
not in
has
front of
gone
us.
to his room and he's taken off the mask and he's going to research
Oh.
on the ancients.
Yeah.
Oh,
He got
okay.
so excited.
Close, but no cigar.
So yeah, Taj would look at him again, very seriously, like very menacingly too. Be like, I'd like to ask a very specific question.
Yes,
You've
what is it,
told
Captain?
me, okay, first you told me that you lived long enough, right? Like, very, very long.
This is true.
So, when was the last time someone just appears out of thin air, invites you to his house, gives you a key to his house, offers you to stay and sleep, and doesn't turn out to be a murderer?
Well, speaking of my own experience, it was 275 years ago when I was invited to the library. Speaking in others' experience, I did pop out and randomly appear, as you might suggest, to someone, about 37 years ago. Now, as I think about it, we had a new recruit to one of our other branches, and I was simply giving them a tour. And then, 37 years later, it was you.
I see. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I will try and trust you.
Yes, well, I suppose captain to captain, we can trust each other, now can we?
You got that right. Now, one last question and I'll go.
Yes, whatever it may be.
What do you know about the upcoming war?
The upcoming war, you say? Well, though the library has warned me of many a war, and this world has surely seen many a war in its time, I do know that, just kind of keeping eyes out for information, several countries seem to be at rather bad odds against each other. I would not be surprised if war came from it. I do know that the little group that your party has found is intent on starting their own war against the gods, but I do not know anything of how that may turn out just yet.
I see. And is it possible to find any information about this possible conflict here?
Absolutely. And he pops out a card from his hand, more of a blue card this time. And he goes, insert this into the nearest bookshelf, and it will bring a sort of scribed list of several interactions of several countries that have been politically in conflict with each other. You see, we do have methods of spying upon people that need to be spied upon, and you may read through the conversations as we have transcribed them to kind of see what some of the political conflicts may be in the surrounding regions. I know the city of Valkyrie has been quite politically active as of late. Perhaps you'll find something within the record.
So I take it that's how you know about our existence.
Yes, well, the library kind of spits out people that it needs ahead of time, and we as librarians kind of try to keep tabs on such things. So, though I do not completely delve into a individual's past, present, and future, I see that as crossing many, many boundaries. I do tend to keep some tabs as the library insists that I do so.
Well, if the library has been spying on me all this time, I'm sorry for what it had to see.
Oh, I assure you, friend, it has seen far worse.
I'm sure. That's it, and that is the conversation. He will go do what you just told him to do and insert the card in the nearest bookshelf.
The library
Gotcha.
saw what you did with the last guy with the flaming sword, Madraha.
Poor guy.
The library knows what you did in the dark.
Oh my goodness.
Christ. Okay. So now I think we're moving to Soul and Copper. I believe you were with him.
I would have caught up by then too.
Eros is
Nova
also
as
coming
well.
along.
Awesome.
I'm also late.
Yes.
This is my little ragtag individuals of the Scooby-Doo gang. We're about to go get lost and look for
Yeah.
clues. Alright.
Alrighty.
So, I mean, I guess if Nova's catching up, like, is she just joining along for the ride? Like, is she coming with news? Or is she just like, alright,
Bit of both. I'm gonna come along for the ride just because I want to explore as well, but also I'm gonna hold up the cards, like just shuffle my cards a bit, being like, he seems like a good cookie.
Fair enough. But I still, in general, want to go exploring and see what happens. Alright, gang, let's split up and look for clues. No, I'm kidding. That'd be a stupid idea. Alright, he's gonna start leading the charge and just literally pick a direction and start walking.
You know, it's like, what's wrong with you? That's the best way to get fucking killed.
I know.
I agree.
So yeah, you tell me, so Druid, so I have a better visual. So like, is there any like random pathways or like other rooms and all that stuff in this establishment? If there's no other rooms, then that's perfectly fine. He's just gonna probably look at random stuff in here.
So there are many other rooms. There are many hallways that lead to many different rooms. It's almost labyrinthian
Perfect.
in its layout. You could easily see how one may get lost.
Literally perfect.
So as
go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, okay. So as you four kind of walk around, kind of just perusing and seeing what you can get yourselves into, every so often you pass a person that's like shelving books or tracking certain things, just of many races. For example, you see an orc with just very thick bifocals on that kind of peers up at you from a desk and goes, "Can I help you with something? Are you looking for something?"
Nope, just exploring.
I see, you must be the new lot. Well,
Yep.
keep perusing and don't interrupt my studies.
Oh, don't
Good day.
worry. I'm just looking for things. Speaking of which, new to the town and everything. So, what do you all do for fun here? Anything that I just have to go see in this fine establishment?
Yes, well, fun is relative, I suppose. I enjoy my studies and my books, but I know some of our newer librarians and some of the older ones, they are really quite nimble, go to the training rooms for sparring. We do have a rather new invention. I'm not entirely sure how I like it yet. You see, it's this room where you can throw these circular objects down a runway and hit other objects that are lined up in a sort of triangle. He describes to you basically a medieval version of a bowling alley.
To Key, that makes sense to me. The soul, that's like, what the hell is this Fucking necromancy wizardry shit. Alright.
You were just like pulling on
Right?
his teeth. Let's try
You
it.
are a wizard.
Exactly. He's gonna look over as like peculiar. Yeah, point me in the direction of this.
Indeed.
I want to see. I want to see.
Yes. I tried it once and nearly twisted my ankle. I do not enjoy it, but perhaps you younger folk will in fact like it. I'm told it's called bowling. You see, it's just it really is. I do not understand people these days, but I digress.
So like
Third door on the
bowling or
left.
something?
Try it out. It must be.
All right. He's gonna just. All right. Oh, he's gonna start walking in that direction. Let's go do some bowling.
As they
He's gonna do
just,
some
like,
bowling.
holds up his hand. Oh, my name's Copper, by the way. Well, Cornelius Mosby, you could call me Copper. Thank you.
Yes, goodbye, Frog. I will call you Copper.
Alright. Oh man. Oh, and just out of curiosity, what race was that guy?
Or
That guy was an orc.
Gotcha.
Eh?
So, even though Soul's asking just a bunch of random weird questions, Soul this entire time he's looking for common themes. He's not doing it for that without reason. He's looking like whether it be the aesthetic of this entire establishment, the people and who they are, whether it be like what they wear, how they act, all that stuff. He's looking for common themes to be able to connect things together. But yeah, in the meantime, he's gonna go to this sort of bowling alley that's apparently here.
Gotcha.
I need
As
that.
you guys, sorry, what?
No, I just need to go there. Very important.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As you guys go down the hallway, kind of off the directions that the orc gave you, you see two other people, two young-looking half-elves, kind of talking to each other. One of them is about to open a door to the right, and as he opens it, you see beyond the door is nothing but blackness, just inky night. And his friend pulls him back from the door and kind of like smacks him in the shoulder and goes, "You didn't program it first. You cannot go through a door without a librarian's card. You would not come back from that, Dave."
Yeah, Dave.
Hello, Dave. My name's Cornelius Mosby. You could call me Copper.
They see you and go, "Oh, hi, Dave. Actually, Davelius, but they call me Dave. Don't mind me, I'm learning the layout of the place. It's new."
What's
It's
this
scary.
about the door? It's just, we're new here. We don't want to get stuck,
Sure. So, and his friend is just kind of shaking his head, looking at him, just kind of mouthing "dumbass" over and over as he's explaining everything. But Davelius is trying to give you some information on what he already knows of the place from kind of new person to new person. And he goes, "Yes, well, you see, some of these doors are doors of sending. From what I understand, you program them, they send you to wherever you need to go on the realm. Within reason, of course, and sometimes it depends on your own personal experiences. Some people can go through some doors. Anyway, you see, I may have forgotten to program this door, and if you don't program it, it just kind of sends you somewhere. And the last time that happened, because, we had a third buddy here, Mark, but he went through the door, and he didn't program it. We're still looking for him. You can hear him scream every time you open the door, but we haven't found him yet."
Oh, well, that's...
Uh,
They give you,
Concerning.
Get lost.
you could have just, pointed it to the moon or the sun or whatever. Get back here.
I
Now.
don't want to. I don't want to get.
You'd think, but sometimes the area you go into isn't the same world that you came from.
Well, that sounds
We're all
good.
rather connected here.
and
Right, thank you.
question, programming or not, how would one get back here? So, is it a two-way sort of thing, or is it a one-way I walk through wherever I'm getting sent and I'm just stuck there?
Well, we are given knowledge of several nearby locations of librarian demi-realms, but sometimes it's simple walk through the world until you get to where you need to go, the secret door that leads you to this demi-realm. Sometimes, if you're one of the higher-ups, you can get a card that just kind of brings you everywhere. I've heard those are rather hard to get sometimes, though, and I'm still an initiate, so I don't really get one yet. I'm told that I'll get one eventually, if I perform right. But anyway, it's sort of... Sometimes you can get back to here immediately, sometimes you can't. It sort of depends on your on your status within the library, they try to be accommodating, I think.
Magnificent. Perfect. Soul's gonna look back towards everybody. So, you still all want to go bowling? I think. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't see why not.
All right.
Sure.
Here
And their eyes light up.
we're
Uh-huh.
looking for the bowling arena.
Whatever that is.
Oh, yes! They just put that in last week. And do not worry, the bowling area is not one of the traveling doors. You see, the traveling doors, those are the only ones that happens to. This one is specifically set as it was made. You'll never go through the inky blackness, or God forbid you go to the Netherlands. You won't go there. You'll just go to the bowling alley. It's right over there on your left, actually. Have
Where
fun.
did you say?
You know, I was gonna ask-
Netherlands?
No, the Netherlands. You know, they're
it's the
here nor there.
Netherlands.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what?
You know, I was gonna ask a question about what that was, but you know, I'm too scared to ask, so let's just go. I'm leaving.
Alright.
It's sort of the nexus of lands. It connects all of us.
Just said it didn't want to know.
I'll just follow after arrows.
And you guys go into the brand new bowling alley. And sitting at sort of a clerk desk is an older Kuatoa fellow
Oh no.
looking at you with a monocle.
Oh,
And he
no.
goes, "Can I help you? Speak up, speak up."
Oh,
Do you know where the bowling alley is?
Well, we're in it. Yes, please. Feel free to have a great time.
Okay.
Yeah.
could you? So like, do we? What do we do? Like we said, we throw
I
like
think
spherical
we
objects.
take those rocks and we chuck them at those wooden things at the
Rocks.
end.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So like, do I bring my own rock, or like, how does this work?
Oh, do not worry. We have rocks of many weights and many sizes. Anything for anyone, I should say. You know, I've got this lovely kind of pearlescent one that I use. It's really quite nice. Anyway,
What?
feel free to pick any rock that suits you. And when you find a rock that you like that has a nice little heft to it that you feel that you can throw very easily, you will simply, in sort of the terms that my grandson uses, yeet this fucker down the lane and hit as many pins as you can. We're still coming up with a name for them. I like pins. I think it'll rather fit.
See. Well,
Sure.
all right. He's gonna look for a couple of rocks or whatever, and he's gonna fucking let's go to town. Should we make a bet on anything? I don't know. I can't think of anything. Should we bet for something if we're going to make this a sport?
Okay, how about...
And we're taking all
We could do it
suggestions.
for, like,
Anyone?
truth for truth? Or truth or dare kind of thing?
Oh, are we having the sleepover already?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure, why not?
We'll do it. We'll do it per round. Person with the lowest hit has to say a truth or dare.
Oh shit! I mean, more like try the boring, but I can try. Well, and like Clunk is like, he's bobbing a bit excitedly. Oh, Dean Clunk wants to play as well. He doesn't have much to say, that I know of.
Who's here actually? Like, who isn't here and who is here?
So
I don't think Garland and Taj are.
Yeah.
It's everyone else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like point around in random place and be like, see if this works. Just cast message and be like, we're playing bowling. Come find us.
And you hear sort of a soft, monotone voice go, "Message received. Sending to recipients now."
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
But we're in a living house.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's
This is-
scary.
This is the timeline where
And-
Siri takes over.
Recipients, you hear the message almost immediately.
Leave on red.
Leave on red.
That's answer enough for Garland.
Mute notifications.
Just down some whiskey, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Taylor's
Apple
got the whiskey
juice.
open and ready.
Apple juice.
Yeah, apple juice.
I fucking love apple juice.
First class apple juice.
All about Tad. Does he get the message?
He looks at the message, drops the book, goes outside like running. Where? What the fuck is bowling?
We throw rocks at wood. Apparently it's fun. Come join.
There's another message because he's like here in
Yeah, I'll
the.
send that message too.
All right, where the fuck
It
are
sends
y'all?
Just to the house. House, can you guide him here?
Here.
Guiding protocol engaged.
What the fuck?
I like this. That's what might have to make.
And in front of you is a glowing blue trail that will lead you directly to the bowling
Oh
alley.
my god, it has a fucking quest tracker. Are you kidding me?
GPS system.
Are we just in someone's like mansion? Are we just in like someone's? What was the show? What was it called? Cribs? Are we in someone's like MTV's Cribs?
We're like in an
man.
MMO fucking crib.
Oh, I gotta make an Arcana check. I have a question.
Good lord.
For later.
Yeah, I
so-
am going to as
yeah.
well.
No. This is for something completely different. Whether
Let me-
Yeah,
Alright,
Tad would
I'm-
follow.
he's gonna have a question for this guy when he gets back. Alright.
Yeah, Tad just got to
Check
follow
see if I
like.
can learn what's going on.
Learn what's going on with like the library.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, here, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Druid, could I, with a 24 in Arcana, would I know of a certain spell that is capable of, like, making castles, mansions, even? Like, it is a high-level spell.
Oh.
I have a theory.
Yes, actually.
Oh.
So
Perfect.
with a 24, you know of one thing, but even you almost dismiss it right out of your head just
Yeah.
because of how crazy this sounds. You know, being a practitioner of magic, that magic is basically mortals and divines kind of manipulating the threads of reality. You know that this is also governed by the goddess Mistra, who kind of watches over, makes sure that no insane magic is performed. However, the history books do tell of a time before certain spells and certain levels of magic were outlawed. You have a theory that this may have been before that.
Monka.
Out of character, the spell that would be required to give this level of sentience to a interdimensional library would be a 10th level spell.
I trust him with my entire volition. No, I'm kidding. So make sure I got this right, so I could try to explain this to Copper or whatever accurately. So Soul wouldn't know of like, oh, this is the spell. It's just like this is some fucking ancient old magic or whatever, right?
Yes.
So yeah, Soul is gonna look over towards Copper, I guess, and just everybody in general, and say, I have a concerning theory. I believe that this isn't something similar to, how you say, just like a mansion spell. One to create a simple castle that you can control in your own little demi-plane. This is like that, but much, much more, if my theory is correct. There were ancient, old magics from long, long past. Even like the goddess Mistra or whatever brought up. Eventually they outlawed spells such as this nature and course, but quite concerning, but this might be one of them. I just at least stay on your guard. This is very strange, and if someone's capable of casting this, show somewhat concern.
Quickly, just from what Milby's attracted me so far, so like doing the message spell, the tarot like interactions, just walking around. Have I sensed anything going around? Like, if I wanted to, could I literally just yoink, regenerate just from the building itself?
So, you're not entirely sure. but you get the feeling that you probably could in some ways. It would be like recharging on somewhat of a scale. But the problem may be that this level of kind of ambient magic is not exactly built for restoring yourself with. It's on a different level.
Yeah, it was more to be like, it's like, you know, it's like you taste it, it's like, this tastes like copper, you know, or like,
Yeah.
oh, it's giving me metallic, like electric
The
taste
frog?
in my mouth. What would happen if does it feel old, you know?
It feels ancient.
I mean, I know I taste electric, but you didn't have to tell everyone.
Like, so yeah, like Nova hearing this from Saul is just there like, yeah, it's giving off very weird energy just from them. Just looking at hands, and they're kind of just like, they look normally how they would in the night sky. They look magical already, and it's like, this is bizarre.
It's like an old radiator.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Love it.
So, I'll probably say this. I don't want to take everybody's time up. If you want to, like, I don't know, switch back to Garland, because I know Taj is on the way here.
Yeah.
See what
good.
he's doing.
All right, Garland, what is up?
Garland just like deflates in his chair, just like, all right, no one's in the room, don't have to put on a face for anybody, and just
Literally.
rubbing his face, wiping the sweat off. He is getting every single book out, opening them all up, and he is going to go to town and learn everything he can.
Alrighty. So, Garland does learn a fair amount of knowledge. Would you like it to be said out here, or would you like to have it discussed privately? I can do either.
I feel like enough of the stuff that I've done with Garland has been like private. You can say it out loud.
Okay. So, reading through these tomes, you understand that this is not a complete collection. It seems beings of this size and grandeur seem to escape some grasps of knowledge, even for the god of knowledge. You understand that the ancients are what became before the gods, sort of like the Greek gods to the Greek titans. Beings of just unfathomable power. Almost sort of forces of this realm, rather than actually taking a physical avatar. Whereas gods are able to inhabit this realm and walk among the mortals, ancients are not. Frankly, their power and their own kind of essence prevents them from doing so. It's sort of a failsafe of this universe so that they do not rip it to shreds by simply existing. As far as the books tell you, these are forces that can be contacted and can be communicated with. However, anyone who even attempts to do so can run the risk of madness simply from trying to understand their form. They are apocalyptic in nature, even the weakest of them. And as you keep reading, some information seems to contradict itself. One source says this, the other source says this. It seems, even for our most experienced historians and gods, some information is simply too hard to grasp.
There's one item that's in my carriage, just for the sake of, a dramatic moment. Am I able to have it on my person?
Yes.
Garland takes out a small shard of an arcane mirror, and looking through these tomes, looks deeply at it, and at the reflection, and... Why? Why them? And is gonna keep trying to continue to learn up until he has to long rest. But this whole night is just gonna be study, whatever he can.
Pulling out the shard, you do unlock more information. Almost as if it was a ultraviolet light for invisible ink. And you see scribbles in the book from various authors that have been trying to compound all of this knowledge. And this is mostly just their thoughts, nothing extremely groundbreaking. But you get the fact that they were trying to hide some things that they knew just for their own safety and for the safety of others. But yeah, you spend all night studying, you still get in your long rest, but you also find out a lot of interesting things.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
That's it for me then, yeah.
Gotcha.
Back to the sitcom.
Oh god.
This is what I
And
do.
we're
This
back.
is my roots.
Oh man. Alright. So I think I have perfected the form. Alright. Just gonna do a squat. Just gonna fucking launch that sucker. No, I'm kidding. Tash isn't here yet.
You launch it what's his name? Mr. Burns in The Simpsons. You like put it between your legs, squat out,
Oh yeah.
Straight roll.
Yeah,
both
yeah.
legs, both
Perfect
arms.
form for squatting and everything. Just.
So, Taj, you are following this blue light that leads you to the bowling alley. However, I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay. What
Goes
the?
missing.
Oh
I
shit.
think we have a mystery on our hands.
Okay, character sheet doesn't want to load. Anyways,
Goes
that.
into the black void.
Oh no.
Oh,
that is a
ready at 12? Gotcha. So as you're kind of walking / like fast walking to catch up with your group, you are still kind of looking around.
He's not walking. He's running.
He's running. Gotcha.
Waddling.
Then you notice kind
Oh,
of several
boys.
things as you pass them. You notice a small room with an altar in it, shaped like a crescent moon, except that there's 3 moons kind of on this altar, all in alignment. And it says, "Altar to the Lunar Champion." And you pass that room as you run by it. A couple minutes later, you also pass by a room on your left that has a single altar with a burning book on it. And if you were to stop and check it for a second, the book is not deteriorating, it is simply wreathed in flames. And underneath it, in sort of fancy calligraphy, it just has the word Hellwalker.
My God.
And then I assume you keep running throughout the hallways to catch up with your friends.
He just look at it, memorize it, and keep running.
Gotcha. After a couple minutes of running, you're in good shape. It doesn't tire you out at all. In fact, you remember the days when you used to lead privates on runs longer than this, huh? But you get to your friends, and just in time to see Soul trying out an interesting throw with a rock.
I believe this is the correct way to do it. I have correct form in my hips, and now I launch.
Eyebrow raise.
I chuck it. What happens?
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
All right. I kind of want to give myself disadvantage, but
You can if you want.
all right. Let's see what happens. Against all odds, can he do it? 5. It was bad anyways. It didn't
You
matter.
rolled really badly anyway.
Do I just throw the ball like it hits the ceiling? You know.
I wanted to land like a crater in the middle of the fucking alley.
So, you just for the hell of it, you throw it, and it goes straight through the ceiling, pierces it, and you hear the man behind the desk just go, "Oi, that's a ceiling. It'll repair itself. It's not that big of a deal, but oi, who's looking at that ceiling?"
It there's a hole, it repairs really quickly, and then it comes down again.
Pierces right through again.
I found the perfect gif. I found the perfect gif for it.
The ball pierces through the ceiling just after it's reformed, and the man once more, in sort of the same kind of voice and tone as the Cabbages man from Avatar: The Last Airbender, goes, "My ceiling!
I am. Oh dear. Rookie mistake. Sorry, my bad. I'm gonna go sit in the
Pat's
back
on the backside, but I think you lost this round.
Fucking well.
You knock out the 7th pin at the very end, but that is it.
No,
No one wants
that
to
one
go.
counts.
No
That
one
one
try.
counts. That's one. All right.
What?
Let's see what you got then. He's gonna shove Nova in
Fine.
front to have
You're
her
gonna
go.
be like, have it here. Not even use the pin things. Have it in her arms. Just go yoink and chuck it like you would like yeet something.
All right, go ahead and roll that dexterity for me.
20, bitch!
All you guys gotta beat is 5. Oh,
So
man.
you
Very difficult.
making it look effortless. You toss that sucker, and you see all the pins kind of fly down into this little kind of outcrop below that picks them up magically as they hover through the air and reset. And you hear the man behind the desk go, "I think, hold on, let me look through the little rules manual. This is called a strike. Yes, good job."
They have a manual.
Yeah.
So cute.
I'll be going next. As Arrow slowly just walks up to the pins with the ball.
Yes.
He drops the ball and takes out his gun and starts unloading on the pins.
Bang, bang, bang.
Good.
I was hoping you'd do this so much, Max. Thank you.
You know me too well.
That's fantastic.
How many do you get? Roll. Do you still have to roll for it to see like how many you hit?
What's their AC?
You know what?
What's their AC?
Their AC, I mean, is like 5. I want you to roll a dexterity check.
Sure.
See how well you do this.
Oh,
Oh no.
8.
Oh, who we
shit,
lose?
man, you're better than me.
There he is.
Ooh.
That's whew.
Okay. So you begin to throw the ball, but then you fake it and immediately just unholster your weapon and just bang, 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 shoot off a couple. And the smoke clears after a moment. And 4 pins have smoking holes in them. The 2 pin, the 6 pin, the 4 pin, and the 9 pin. The man behind the desk goes, "Well, I'm new to this, I understand, but I don't think that's how you do it.
Why not?
Now, if you need like a gun range or like a weapon range, we have one over there. You don't have to shoot the pins, but creative?
I don't see an issue with this.
I think
Oh,
it's
well, I mean, they're self-repairing.
But you have to have at least a little bit of creative expression, like you have to have different styles. His style is just with a gun.
trying for the
Yeah.
bottom next time to knock them over.
Upper will just like, oh, it's my go. Okay. And he's gonna take the ball. It's a bit big for him, like he's very small. So he's kind of trying
Just
to
for body.
run and kind thrust into it to have his body push it.
What exactly are you doing with it? Like you rolling with the ball?
Oh
Oh no.
He's getting squished.
Yeah.
Copper be like me.
I need you to roll a dexterity
Copper be like
saving
me
throw.
with disadvantage.
Wow.
Chad.
Oh no.
Okay,
Fine.
so what? So, Copper, you throw the ball and kind of throw yourself with it. And as it rolls down the pitch a little bit, you roll a little bit with it, but then you gain traction and manage to push yourself out of the way and back onto your feet. And you watch the ball go down, and it seems to catch on speed as it runs down the runway, and you hit all of them but the 4 and 6 pins.
No.
Upper will
Oh,
just
man.
stand up and look like behind, and he's like a bit like squashed to the side.
I high five the frog.
I just sort of
That
like,
means effort.
you know, the little How to Train Your Dragon thing is like thumbs up in the back, like, yeah, you're doing great, buddy. Good job. And that's just Soul right now.
Arrows has his hat down for the soon-to-be funeral.
Do you want to go first, Taz, or do you want Clunk?
I'm try. You're muted.
Go for the butler one.
He took out his
Just a
tongue.
second, my internet is dying.
I'll choose your internet. Now.
I just
Okay.
thought the chip you said.
Here, I guess have copper go. Or not.
How do I sound? How do I sound, please?
The idea is, like, Blunt being a lot bigger
Okay.
will kind of like just hold it in its palm. And you'll just see as it just goes. And just yeets it.
He doesn't even do it underhanded. He overhands that fucker.
Damn,
He's
Blunt.
playing
That is
baseball.
a cannonball. That is. You don't need a cannon. You could have that on a ship and it would take out the other ship next door.
So yeah, that's kind of exactly what happens. You see this ball launched like a cannon, hit the number 1 pin in the front, and that pin slams against the other pins, just knocking them over one after the other, and they slam against the back wall so hard that it dents before it magically repairs itself with a sort of indignant creak. The man behind the desk kind of pulls off his monocle to really get a look, and he's like, that's a lovely contraption you have there. We should make a league and put it on there."
Oh. Yeah, now I think you've got big time in this one. Yeah. Look at that, boy. Seems like you found your calling. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll let Taz go next.
Yes.
So I
Lion
guess
Man.
I assume Tad has just entered and saw all of that happen,
Yep.
right? He would just walk in, be like, "What the actual hell is happening here?"
It's apparently a new
Just-
game where you just throw rocks at twigs,
Or
thick
shoot them.
wooden
Or
things.
shoot
It's
them.
fun.
Yes.
Well, if you say it's fun, I'm gonna try.
Whatever you do, do not like squat beforehand. It did not work. Speaking from experience here.
Sure. He grabs a rock, as we call it. Looks
I mean,
at
it is
the
a lot.
looks at the target, stares at it for a bit. Listen,
Oh, no.
it's gonna be stupid.
Oh no.
You're
He launches the rock in the
Oh,
air,
I know where this is
Baseball
going.
licked it.
no.
Yeah.
grabs the sword,
Hold
says, "Scream!" He screams, "Go on, darling!" And he
He yeets
just
it.
hits the rock at the
Baseball
target.
style.
Oh my goodness.
Baseball style, exactly.
We have played every single sport except bowling here.
I need you to roll a strength and a dexterity check. Give the dexterity with advantage. That is fantastic.
Okay, dexterity with advantage. All right.
Played everything but bowling. That's right.
Everything.
Oh, that was amazing.
Wait, where is it? Oh my god, the internet's just dying.
Not the internet.
You can have some of mine.
Okay,
That's
do
one.
it again because advantage doesn't work.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
That is.
Not being.
So
Okay,
13
now
for your
strength.
dex.
So,
Yep.
mhm.
I'm gonna do my lucky
Good.
thing again
Whoa.
and add a d8 to it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I roll a
Do
d8.
that with mine. Wow.
Saul's
Wow,
gonna
this
look.
is funny.
Saul's gonna look over at Noah's like, I mean, that would have been a little helpful earlier, but
I just realized our bard has given us no inspiration yet.
Oh, okay.
We don't need it. We
She
don't need
really wants to win, huh? She really wants to win.
Yeah.
Bias.
She gets real competitive.
Okay.
I
Wait, I thought I had given inspiration yesterday to a few
know.
people.
No, we're talking about in this thing. In this.
Oh, in
Not
this
right
no.
now.
No.
So first, it's worth noting that back in Garland's room, a sort of 3D image does pop up representing your friend's bowling, and it goes, "Bowling system, engage, spectator mode, active. Your friends are bowling." And you can swipe it away, you absolutely can.
Like
Um,
Garland is right now, like just like, what does it mean? What does it mean? While I was like, yeah, let's go, let's bowl.
However, real quick, right before you swipe it away, you see Taj, sort of the holographic version, and the rest of you see the real version, just freaking smack that. And you slam it into the 2-pin, and it hits the 1, the 2, the 4, the 5, the 7, and the 8, knocks them all out, and it catches the 3 on fire.
Damn.
Does that count?
And Garland, as that happens, it makes a small like mock like impact sound for your hologram. And as soon as that happens, it hits you. When you read the text, you see a certain part, sort of a note scrawled on the bottom of one of the pages, and it says, "Energy required to summon ancient godstones. Destroy? Question mark."
Write that down.
I imagine it will just like come up with like, you know, like when you score something, it'll have that little animation that they have in the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Garland will. Message for Taj. Nice. And then continue.
You just hear Garland's voice like an intercom, just nice.
Just around like, the fuck?
And it's way clearer, because Garland's always speaking through a mask with no mouth hole, so it's always
Yeah.
muffled.
Good point.
Too clear.
You need a cop.
So after Dad has done that,
And they were just like, oh my
Uh-huh.
god, somewhere Garland's naked.
you'll just see
Might as well be without the mask.
That's what I mean, yeah. That might as well be.
so you'll see Mortimer kind of like get to the aisle. You'll place one of the balls down, centered. And he's going to walk back to Copper, and without even asking, he'll just pluck the ogre strength glove, kind of like, and stretch it a bit before letting go, and then kind of like, you know, gets a bit unwound, and then he'll just go over it and punch it all the way down with the 19
Yes, Mortimer,
strength that it
yes!
gives him.
Oh, he's bowling for me, right? Yes, of course he is.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna roll for Mortimer, you absolutely can.
I got
Oh,
the
man's got
other
the-
strength
yeah,
things
man's got
on.
the
I'll
gloves.
just roll it on my one, but
Yes, I love it.
Am I doing strength or dexterity for this one?
Go ahead and roll a dexterity as well, just to see like if it stays on course.
Yeah. Let me go on him. Dexterity.
Oh yeah, that's a straight shot.
Boom. Yeah, so Mortimer plucks the glove from Copper, puts it on, kind of gets into position, real loose, and just winds up, boom, slams the ball down the center lane, and just annihilates those pins. And just, that's a strike if a strike has ever been made.
Mortimer wouldn't even like victory dance or anything. He'll just like walk back, like taking the glove off, just drop it onto back into Copper's hands, and just like sits down somewhere. Well, no, not sit down. He'll just stand in his posh little position.
That's fantastic.
All right,
Mortimer's my hero.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Seeing this, just all right. Opens the door. Shit! Goes back, puts the mask on again, puts the hood up, and opens the door. And you know what? Into the Do I know where to go?
No, you gotta just scream and hope for the best.
Ask for the door. Just ask out. How do I get there?
House. Where are they?
By they, an assumption is made to mean the rest of your
Yes.
party.
Yes.
Is this correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
A blue light appears along the floor, and you just hear bowling alley navigation proceeding.
Thanks. And he's gonna walk over. Is it double doors or is it what's here?
Double doors.
Bursts open.
my
Walks over. Doesn't even. He ain't asking any questions. He's gonna grab one of the balls. Go back.
Oh.
And right before carrying with the momentum of the ball, he's gonna use his boots of flying and fly with the ball,
Oh god.
soaring to right where the
We're
bowling
all a
pins
bunch
are.
of cheaters.
Yeah,
Put it
this
right
is a Tom and
over
Jerry
it.
episode.
Yeah.
First time he's using these, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my
And
god.
it's just gonna right up to the bowling pins.
Well,
That's fantastic.
They're all cheating.
I feel like you
more
all have played this
bowling
game
than
before.
answers.
I feel like all of you have played this game before or something. Something is not right here.
It just feels right.
Well,
Nice.
oh, what happens?
That's
What
great.
do you do? Do you just slam into all the pins?
Boof.
I think there's just an automatic strike. I mean,
Fair enough.
That was pretty epic.
So
Yeah, that's probably a strike.
So Soul
He's
is
gonna walk
good.
back, and he's walking back on the bowling alley now. He's probably like marking it with his boots, and the tsh, every time like the cane drops down.
you're shooting with the cane, like pimp walking up.
Yeah, he pimp walks everywhere, man.
Oh
It's
my
his default
God.
like walk cycle.
Oh no!
Hold on,
It
where's
was
the
a good
gift?
idea. That's
Where's the gift?
what's it? Sorry.
There we go.
And he's going to
The concession chat,
quickly
y'all.
grab one of the rocks and like running. He's going to roll it, but all of a sudden his tongue just spits out, grabs the rock, and instead of the rock moving now, his body just gets yeeted and springboarded.
Oh my god.
Goes flying, just super mass into the.
So Soul.
You just
Oh god.
you just slingshotted yourself with your tongue into bowling pins.
You know how painful that's gonna be.
He's a frog.
That's gonna hurt a lot.
That's gonna hurt so fucking bad.
How much damage?
Roll
is
for
it?
damage.
Oh shit.
As you headbutt the pin
Oh, man.
at terminal velocity.
And you are a small person as well, so it's even worse.
I hope Conqueror's
That's
may
awesome.
not have any more teeth.
He's like the same height as the pin at this point.
I don't have teeth.
Third degree concussion
you're fine.
inbound.
And as you do that, you just hear the man behind the counter go, "You all play this game rather strangely, but you do it well, it seems. Good job."
Unfortunately, I am the only one playing it correctly.
No, that
They're
is
still
incorrect.
figuring it out.
It is still
No,
relatively new, so I suppose all of you play it well.
Then I'm gonna clap her hands and go, right, so the
Yeah.
loser.
Well,
think
hold
what?
on, hold on. I was writing it down the entire time, so we have. Oh God. Okay. Well, first place, Nova. Fucking shit.
But buddy, and just taps back. You hit none of them.
No, I hit one. I hit one. Look at it over
You hit
there.
one.
I hit the number 7.
Truth or dare, buddy.
Whatever makes you feel better.
Alright, question. He's gonna scream out, "Are you recording our conversations?"
You hear a monotone voice reply back after a moment. "Recording of conversations without consent within library realm is strictly prohibited. Would you like to start recording?"
Absolutely not.
Remember that for next time.
Alright, I just had to ask the questions. Alright.
It
fine.
is always listening to us.
That's-
It is
that's-
really like an
Yeah,
Alexa,
it's
isn't
creepy.
it?
Yeah. that's kind of-
Yeah. Oh, that's very strange. Anyways, well, here, we're a new sort of adventuring party, of whatever we want to call this sort of whole thing, and we probably need to build trust. So, here, Truth.
Who has a good truth question?
Oh no.
Is it? Oh wait, hold on. I should also. Well, yeah, you'll ask. So, is it like everybody asks me a truth, or is it just one person asks me a truth?
We'll collectively decide who has the best truth question.
We all agree on a question.
Why we
Fair enough.
why we do it? The winner asks the loser.
And I'm opening up for suggestions because I've been with this guy 6 years.
Yeah, I was,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Watermer and good old Clunky also got some, but they don't really.
You know
talk
what?
much.
I'm gonna go to Garland. Go. You're gonna ask a good truth one.
For Soul specifically, I will be honest. You would be the best suited for it. Come now.
I don't want to.
You know
The
what
questions I want to
not
ask. I'd be mean to ask now.
Oh, sorry, say that again?
Nah, the questions I'd want to ask him would be mean if I took advantage of it now.
I'd appreciate that if not.
So... Well, I don't know much about you. Saul, why did you take up magic?
Oh boy.
If it makes it any easier, I could easily tell you how I came to worship Golgoron.
Why not a bit of give and exchange?
Nova whispers to the house. House, we need drinks.
That is a
And
good question.
as soon as you whisper that,
Oh god, let me look at my
a
backstory.
section. You hear the man you hear the clerk go, oh hell, and part of his desk slides out with drinks and refreshments and snacks. Drinks already being poured as you
Alcoholic
speak.
drinks.
And in a flash, the drinks switch to alcoholic, some of which you know and like, and it starts pouring them for each of you.
Put one
Do you have
immediately in Soul's hand. Like, there we go, buddy.
Yep,
Straw, please?
Straw.
Wait, what?
A straw.
Oh, straw? A straw comes flying out of a hole in the wall and dips itself in your drink.
Alright, and puts it underneath the beard of the mask. Go on.
So, Soul will say, also I'm uploading this. It's quite strange. I've kind of really dealt with magic or started learning of the arcane all my life, to be honest. I guess since birth I had received, for some strange reason, I never really understood why, but glimpses of the future. And I was very unsure why I'd received these strange visions, so I decided to, I needed a purpose in life, and I dedicated myself to learning why I had these things. For decades, many decades, I took upon learning about fate, time, and even strange bits of dunamancy, even. That being gravity and chronergy magic. But I just simply want to understand the truth. Why do I receive these things, and what do they mean, and why me of all things? He kind of, as he's saying this, seems genuinely, you could probably know your passive insight. He's trying to figure out just understand what's their purpose for a moment. They seem a little bit lost with this the way they say it.
And actually, you see after he said that, Soul, I know we'll be like, have a moment of like, holy shit, I forgot, Soul! And she'll quickly come up to going, I found a registry.
What? What do you mean?
I found a registry for people who, are like us, who can see past the future.
Huh. Wait. Not gonna ask where you found it. What did it say?
It was in my research while I was here, and it was just a collection of names of people who had been registered or who could see post or just. The last name was me. I don't think either of us won it, but the previous one was a name called Phineas. That was the latest name I saw.
I see.
But it means that others like us, though. Oh, yeah, I'm his opposite.
Ah.
I go to the group.
I see. That's definitely strange for sure. I'll chalk it up as something to sort of remember for later, but now's not the time. We can delve into all that stuff when we're probably on the road or something. But thank you for sharing. I guess I do have a question if you'd still want to answer it. So why exactly do you worship Quran?
Well, my family was, you wouldn't think it, but we were dirt poor. We had nothing. But my uncle Orc, he was the head of the guild monastery in Valkyrie. And he took me in, taught me everything he knew, and eventually thought I'd make a fine cleric. I feel that had he been a cleric of anything, I would have stuck by it and been endlessly loyal to it. My want for gold isn't greed, it's piety. Kul Quran has shown me a lot of things. How to live properly, how to live well, how to live happy. And, well, all that glitters is gold. And do the stars that you see not glitter too? We all have our own thing that we're going towards. We all.
Over a glass of. Sorry, continue.
No, that was it. Go ahead.
Over a glass of whiskey, Nova's just like, oh shit, now I feel bad for taking the piss out of you.
Oh, I mean, I still love money.
Doesn't deny
I
it.
love mine.
Don't get me wrong. It's great.
Fantastic.
Oh man.
I do. This might be perhaps intrusive or, well, insensitive, but you two do look quite similar. Are you two of the same race? You, Nova, are a Bajau. I recognize those.
Wait, what?
Would I recognize that she's a Bajau from, considering that, like, Valkyrie would have, you know...
Nah, I don't think so.
Travelers of all shapes and sizes. Nova, I will leave that one up to you. Would you recognize your race?
I don't even know. I've been looking for what I am forever.
I would say if literally I don't know and I've dedicated myself to figuring out that question, probably not.
I mean, like, the odds would be like...
Oh.
Like, would someone from, like, Manhattan... Would there be, like, a Bajau in Manhattan? Or some such?
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
leave that to the DM.
I'm sorry, that's me answering as someone from there. Yeah, there would be, yeah. Sorry.
I'll leave it up to the DM. If it's not the case, then total retcon, but,
They're from the subway.
So... I'm gonna say that you probably don't recognize it.
Okay. Okay. You two do look quite similar. Your arms are crystal, yet his are not. Is this condition you were talking about, or?
Oh, we're not anything. I just,
No.
again, fates that we just have to be careful.
Pretty much.
Works out in terms of for the whole gimmick of a traveling troupe kind of shit. But I genuinely don't know what. Since me and Sol have been trying to figure that out for a while. Condition basically what it is. He sees the past, he sees the future. I your past. Hard to sometimes control it. Sometimes just catch glimpses of it.
The monks at the monastery, they were very secretive on, well, what I am. They do not know what Nova is, or at least I don't believe they know. But, I was never necessarily close with my parents. They didn't really tell me much either. And kind of just shrugs.
I don't really remember mine, so.
Fair enough. But hey, it's like Nova said, it could just be simply fate.
Hold on. Yeah. Sorry, just had to do something there for a second.
Okay. Did you hear us, or?
I heard like a tiny bit. Could you repeat it?
Good.
From where did you hear?
Oh, are you saying to Garland
Yeah,
or?
from where did you hear from? Just to you?
Like Pete.
Like, where did the conversation cut off?
Oh, just at monastery. You said that nobody knew about Nova at the monastery either. I think that's where like I had to
Gotcha, I can summarize. Basically, yeah, no one, or we don't believe that anybody knew what Nova was from the monastery. Monks were secretive, or didn't really tell me shit on what I am. Didn't have a very, very notable or close connection to my parents or whatever. They didn't really tell me anything, so, yeah.
And Nova doesn't even remember her parents, so.
Yeah.
No one to really ask what I am.
That's unfortunate.
Luck at the draw.
I do hope you find your past, but well.
Thank you.
How it
I
is.
appreciate that.
I do have a question for you, Saul, but it's for later. Now, really, I feel I'm finished with my questions.
Well,
I've got a question for our lion man in the group. As I turn to, bag of whiskey in hand.
That's what I was gonna say. Might as well ask questions and get to know each other at least a little bit better.
Yeah,
Or, you know,
Do you mind if we do this back in the rooms? I think it'll be a bit more comfy.
There's a common room.
fair
Yes,
enough.
we're common.
Fair enough. Let's walk and talk and head there.
It's so common.
Sure.
So,
It's
as I'm
so
talking,
common.
I'll face Thadge.
The fuck?
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Was that fucking Siren Head? What
Bro,
the
that
hell
was just like
that?
ding, 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 ding. Like, what the fuck?
Were those the whistles? Is there a parade?
Pride.
What was that?
What the fuck?
It is Pride Month.
That was scary.
Be pride or be afraid.
Okay,
Very
okay.
afraid.
Be afraid. My
Garland is
child.
taking up this whole couch.
What?
I love
He's
it.
laying down.
Let's go.
You guys?
I'm. Oh, good.
Let me fucking sit. Okay, there we
I
go.
don't want to go out like a cliche
Yeah.
British person choking on tea.
Too spicy, too spicy.
Yeah. So to Thadge, I'm just gonna be like,
Get over your line, man.
you're a captain, right?
Give me a sec. You guys can have if any of you want to talk of something else. Things are very loud in the background. I'll unmute in a bit.
Yeah, you're good.
In that case, then, I'm actually gonna go to our resident edgelord.
Wow, rude. It's not that edgy, guys. Why is he on the table?
He's
This
perched there like a cat. It's fine.
Oh my god.
It's a bit of a. Clearly, my tower isn't exactly rigged, but it is a bit more. I can see a few things. What are you running from?
The soul's gonna kind of nudge, and Nova's like, that might be
Oh,
a little.
what? We can help.
I mean, that might be a little bit forward.
I mean,
Just gonna look down. It's like everyone. I have my reasons. I don't really stick around anyone too long. I'm afraid what I'll bring to them.
what do you mean?
People hunting me down. I don't like to have them get involved with anyone else. So I kind of just wander.
Is it something you did, or who you are?
I was framed. Murder.
I'm sorry.
Who are these people?
The druids of the Gemini Grove, my home.
Would I know these people?
Oh shit. Would I? It's not so much.
So, the Gemini Grove is known for being rather secretive for outsiders. However, as they are rather powerful, they do have a little bit of influence, and they can't remain completely secretive. So, it's likely that you have at least heard of the name.
Would I know of much? Would it be where I wandered from?
Is that like for all of us, or?
So all of you would at least recognize the name. I do not know if any of you would really know of the culture of the Gemini. That would probably be left to Eros.
I don't know.
And what was it called again? So I can write this down.
So
The Gemini Grove.
The Gemini.
the Gemini.
Thank you.
So wait, you're
what I was gonna say before, because I was goddamn muted as usual. Mention of when Eros was saying stuff like saying like, "Hey, I got framed," all that stuff. You would have noticed that his soul would have been like kind of shifting a little bit comfortably for a second. Just I'd probably, and I was saying that to Nova or Garland with the super ridiculous passive insights.
yeah. It's like So wait, your own people are hunting you down?
Of course. Who else but better to than all who know me?
No, doesn't sound right at all. Like, they're your people, they should know you.
That's
If
what
you
I
were
thought.
framed, then who really did it?
A satyr. I don't really know them, but all I know is that when I saw it, they instantly screamed out. It seemed they had the whole thing under their fingers, as if they planned it.
I'm gonna
It doesn't. Oh,
try something. If I focused on my cards and I focused on this event, on this satyr, could I draw something present or future? Just if I drew one card.
So two things can happen with that.
Mhm.
Either you can take the knowledge that Eros has given you and try to do it yourself, or if and only if Eros is willing, you can try and channel him to improve your sight.
Okay. It's like I might. I flare my cards. Draw a card.
why?
Draw a card and think of the one who framed you.
Sure. And he'll draw a card.
Alright, let's see what cards you get.
I hope they get the tower.
Now, are we going for past, present, or future of that person?
I want to see what they're up to.
Present.
Gotcha. Then that would be that would be the upside down magician.
Oh shit. Well, they're still up to shit, apparently.
It's only been 42 years, wouldn't surprise me.
Wait. How old are you?
What?
You want the exact number, or...?
Yeah, fuck it, blow my mind. How... What?
123.
Who's counting, right?
He says it with the straightest face ever.
So you've been running from the sky, from the people for 4 decades.
Yeah.
Oh, centuries.
No, he said decades.
42.
40 years.
40, yeah.
Mm. They said
Yeah,
400.
4 centuries we put more, like Jesus.
I was like 400 years, like goddamn.
And it doesn't look a day over 2030.
Jesus.
Yes.
Like what the fuck?
Damn.
Look, if you want, we could try to help you at least get some justice for this, because that's not fair.
It doesn't really matter to me not anymore. I used to want justice, but 42 years does a number on you. There's not really a point anymore. I'm gonna outlive all of this anyways. It's just... I've lived a full human life. If I die, I die. I've lived the experience.
No, don't talk like that, buddy. Don't talk like that. You got pursuers. They want you dead, right?
They don't want me dead. They want
They
me
wanna-
died.
They want you to what?
They want trial.
A trial. Well, what if we could prove it then?
There's no way to prove it. You think I've already tried? Well, every time they come to me, sometimes they send 2 twins to come and hunt me down, bring me down there. I always win. I always spare their life. It's been 42 years. How many people? 24. So
Eros,
one
if
of-
you... And Garland is like sitting upright as this story is being told. If you really don't want us to pursue further, fine. But... Oh?
Finn's back.
Finn.
Oh.
Oh no. Lead-in? Feedback? No feedback. Cool.
No.
Very nice. If you don't want us to help, that is fine. But... 1. Transgressions like this cannot be allowed. This is unjust. And... I forgot the second thing I was gonna say. It'll come back to me, don't worry.
Oh, felt that.
She'll sort of say, well, sorry guys, but it'll just sort of say, unlike the others, Eros, I'll be honest with you. You don't really have a choice in this matter. I'm helping you. You said whether you die or you die, it doesn't really matter. My sole goal or mission is to prevent all of your deaths, and I'm making sure that will not happen, because it won't. So, sorry, my friend, if you hate us, but you're kind of stuck with us. Sorry, not sorry.
No, it was just like sat there, like kind of smiling because I'm looking at Star, like this is why I stuck around the guy for so many years.
I'm sure it won't be too bad, you know. I don't know all of you, but you know, you all seem nice, so you know. Eris, you've got good company, alright.
Dad would just look at Soul. He smiles and then like, buddy, Arrows, we played bowling together. We're practically a family right now. If
Please have
anybody-
made us strong.
The ancient game of bowling, bringing people together since 580.
1907.
You know, just had a
Ancient
bowl
rocks
around a
have
bowling and
joined
all
us.
that, and that's it. It was solidified.
Yeah, it was solidified. We're a family right now. If anybody
God.
wants to hurt you, he's gonna deal with us.
It's been a single day.
I do remember.
Oh, he remembers.
I remember. Somehow.
Hold on to it.
Remember as well that for 42 years, they've most likely been doing this to others. Unjust acts. Now, maybe you don't believe that you yourself deserve to be given the truth, given the ability to walk free. But what about the others this person is harming?
From what
Maybe not for yourself, but for them.
going off of Garland, I can see, I feel it. He is still up to shit like this. Garland's right. You don't deserve it, but neither does anybody else.
Look, all I wanted was just be a druid. That's all I wanted in my life. That Satyr took everything from me. They took my family. They took friends. They took Winter. I just don't know what to do with myself.
Eros, it's one satyr. There are far worse things in this world. We'll
know.
help you handle it.
I'm just worried on who I'll have to eventually face one day. Like I said, no one believes me, and I mean no one.
We believe you.
We do.
You do, but my twin doesn't.
Wait, you're a twin?
Yeah.
Sips tea.
Hallmark of the Geminis.
Almost everyone in the Gemini clan, they have a twin. It's kind of a thing.
Oh shit.
Write that down, write that
Furiously write notes.
Twin, everybody in the fucking twin.
Well,
Yeah.
Your twin's name?
Oh god, how did I want to... Go ahead.
What's your twin's name?
give me just a second. I need to look at the notes.
Wow, they're that fucking unimportant. Jesus Christ.
You see, I didn't think we were gonna get to this
Hey, man.
fucking backstory thing until like
The
later.
power of bowling.
Hey man, you're asking about my parents. Like, I don't fucking know. No, I'm messing with you.
It's been
That's true.
fucking how long?
The power of bowling.
The power of bowling.
The power of bowling, guys.
Her name is Efik.
Seek.
I just spelled out.
E-F-I-K.
Thank you.
And
Are-
why don't they trust you?
Why don't they? I don't know. But like I said, it doesn't really matter.
How far from the town we're currently in? Let's say like once we're done here, we get dropped back in that town, because that's where my caravan is.
My
How
caravan.
far?
I like how you looked at the camera.
My caravan.
Yeah.
How far is the conclave? DM.
The Gemini Conclave would probably be.
Max.
It's on the coast, on the west side of the continent. So it would likely be about 5, maybe 7 days travel. Center point in the Republic of Grimreach. Grimreach is actually on the leftmost side of the continent, and the Gemini Coven would be on the coast of said left side. So it's not entirely far, but it's still a mid-length journey.
I've been doing a good job running. What can I say?
5 days, damn.
We'll never
Very
know.
hidden.
Very hidden. Hey, for 42
Heavy.
years, very hidden.
That's place to
Shit,
hide.
man. Yeah, that's pretty good.
In plain sight.
Right. They never expected.
Nope.
So I'll try to say, you mentioned that you try not to stick in too many groups or anything to kind of, well, not to get attached to or anything. I don't know, because I don't remember.
No, not to.
Don't remember exactly what you said. You can remind me.
I didn't. He said because I don't want them to hurt anyone
Gotcha.
besides me.
Well, speaking on that note, from what I've seen, it's still good to have other people have your back along the way.
Aww.
Yeah, nah. They decided to, starting a squabble. I'm sure we can help, smoothing it out.
Perhaps.
I mean, hell,
You saw us take down those guys yesterday, right? We're a pretty good group. Even
You've
after
seen-
midnight.
You've seen how strong we are. You could probably handle anyone they send after you. And at a certain point, although it's been like 4 decades, if we start sending some threat messages, maybe they'll stop eventually.
Look,
And if they don't,
I've sent them back with my own messages. I doubt they'll care for threats. If
well, we
anything,
could send them bodies then.
We're trying to fix this, right? Not make it worse. You don't really
That's
cover up how I didn't
only
commit murder by committing more murder.
That only proves
Yeah.
more points of that I am the killer. That's actually the reason why I spare their lives.
No killing. I get it.
Do you?
Crosses off.
We will
killing.
get you there. We will get you justice. I'm sure.
We'll figure it out along the line.
I am committed to getting it.
Well, if it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Like I said, I don't really care.
Well, you don't sound like you don't care.
House, how much of the area between here and the
My-
conclave has been what's what I'm looking for? Been properly addressed, looked at? Anything need to be researched for the Atlas of Aetheria?
Scanning. Suggested. Area. Please hold. Scan complete. Area does have 3 points of interest that Atlas still needs to discover.
Road trip.
Two birds with one stone.
Damn.
You're all gonna do my head in.
And after a second, it gives you more information, and it says points of interest are as follows: the Burning Village, the Town of Midnight, and the Church of Forsaken.
Back up to the burning village, as in like it's currently on fire, or
Information unknown.
I guess that's kind of our job.
Hey, Druid, do I know as the person from there?
You haven't heard of the Burning Village.
This is
This
like-
suggests that it might be something new.
Anything have I heard of any of them? I would have.
You've heard of the Town of Midnight.
And not the church either. Not the church. No church. No bueno.
no.
So, you've heard of the Town of Midnight, and you know what's going, and you've heard of some of the legends that are around there. However, with the church, the name sounds familiar, but in this location, you only know of another church, and this church was doing fine last time you checked.
Seems things have changed since I've been there. I don't remember no on fire village.
Yeah, that may be a high priority.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, the druids will handle it.
And if you believe they can handle it, then so be it.
What god did this church was it made for?
That's a great question. This church, I don't really recognize the name. I know of a church, but it definitely was not that.
What's
Yeah, the church that you knew, Eros, was mainly over the worship of. Let's see, I've got like an entire list that I'm picking from.
Do
Spin
not be
the
the
wheel
sovereign
to
host.
see what
Do
church
not be the
you-
sovereign host. Lose my shit.
which
What did you say, Eros? Fuck you! Go to prison!
No.
no.
No!
Eldath. That's the one, the goddess of peace.
Oh, nice.
That was
That's
Elda,
cute.
the goddess of peace. Ironic coming from the people trying to hunt me down, I know.
Pretty much.
Okay, wait. So 3 points: the Burning Village, the Midnight Village, and
Church of
the
the
Church
Forsaken.
of the Church of what?
Church of
The
Forsaken.
Church of the Forsaken. Yep.
Church of
I was a speed typer when you were saying it.
Love it. 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
I was a bit caught on Burning Village.
It's like that village in America that's like built underneath a ignited coal mine. It's just always on fire.
Yes.
Always smells of like rotten
That's
egg.
fine.
Actually,
Don't worry about it.
question.
Everything's fine.
Did they give us a place that we needed to go? Or did they
Or what
already...
even were doing?
The guild didn't. Nah.
He said at first that this organization was to fill out the Atlas of Aetheria, if I'm correct.
Right.
Sure.
Discover things about the world and help fill it in.
And to map unmapped areas.
Okay, so we just have to go to unmapped areas and catalog then.
Oh,
Yep.
I wouldn't mind doing that myself. I've got a bit of stuff to find out.
well, if that's the case, I mean, is everyone's in agreement for the Burning Village? Discover that.
I mean,
Maybe a shout.
I wouldn't mind heading back where we started. I had someone to talk to not far from there.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
Oh, we'll probably have to
If
ask
don't
how the hell
mind.
we get back, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I'm sure
about it.
they have a
It's
way.
fine.
All this talk about burning forests, feeling a bit dry.
That's the
You know,
point I
just-
get it.
Yeah,
See,
I
I
actually
do.
look at
And
Tommy,
then
you're not gonna
just
like
see as he pulls his rifle out and then just starts aiming it at
Oh.
himself. And then,
It doesn't have to be like this. No.
No,
Then
don't
just like-
do that. You have so much.
there's so much to live for.
the barrel just pressed against his upper roof of his mouth and then just pulls the trigger and you just see as a bunch of water starts spraying out.
Oh,
Guys,
God.
Oh god.
It's
No,
a
no, no,
water
no.
gun. It's a water gun.
This is silk.
Oh, don't worry.
It's worth noting that the clerk would have known that. So he just saw this unfold. He's like, "Oh dear God! Oh, it's water." Okay.
You're fucking sick.
Actually, wait, no.
You scared the shit out of me.
Actually, no.
They're just on the floor, just lying there like, oh my god.
Actually, I'm gonna retcon that. Soul is going to have a completely blank face or whatever. He is like perfectly fine with this. I knew he wouldn't do it. I saw it happen in the future. he was unfazed.
We get it.
Insight
we
check.
Get it.
Sure, go for it.
And you need to. Nobody believes it.
He says that with the utmost confidence. He believes it.
No, this is what he's like.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm a bit groggy, so I'll get a bit dry at times. So I have to top up on some water.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That is the most morbid bottle I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean it's handy, It's based off this plant you see, and it's endless water. And well, I thought I could spray it very long distances. You see?
But you're
and,
never gonna
well-
be in long distance of yourself.
Well, I didn't want to spray all these guys, so I aimed and saw my mouth.
Can't you just like drink
Right.
all?
Nova's gonna go, hey, house. You haven't got a map we can use, right? To track where we're going.
And as you say that, you hear the voice go, "Map requested, map granted," and the floor in front of you opens up about a 2 foot by 2 foot square, and a pedestal rises up, and you see a map that has sort of the general area kind of already described and everything. Y'all recognize the town of Centerpoint. Over in the corner, there's Valkyrie. It's got just a lot of different places. And underneath it, it has a couple of blue pearl-looking items. Just these small, round, almost marbles. And there is a list of instructions written in several languages underneath that basically describe it and say that if you were to place one of these in a location that is unmapped and then step on it and smash the marble, it will map the location in your map and update it accordingly. They call them discovery nodes.
Pretty cool.
Question to House. Do you have a name?
Yes. House has name. Current registered name is the library. But you may call me whatever you wish.
Pronouns?
Sorry, I didn't
Pronouns.
Pronouns. Registering. All.
It's
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
It is the LGBTQ plus. It's all of them.
It's the LGBTQ lemniscate, just infinity sign.
Every single one.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh man. Well.
So that's
And
Oh.
it creates copies of the map to give to each of you. So each of you now have a map and 2 discovery nodes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, this reminds me, I need to do that portrait thingy.
Alright, so, if that's the case, then we have at least a direction on where we need to go, or when to do it, and we also need to make a quick stop, to help out Copper.
So,
If you don't mind.
plan is back to center point for Copper. Take all three locations, and then the conclave.
Quickly, DM, which, in terms of, like, scaling, like, on the map, is it, like, there wasn't actually the order, so the first stop would be burning village, then midnight, then the church, or is it like which order is the fastest and closest to center point?
So the closest to center point would probably be the burning village, and then the town of midnight, and then the like the Forsaken Church.
Yeah, so it does go in the order. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Alright, well,
Sweet.
okay.
We have our
go ahead,
As
Tash.
we're looking at the maps, Taj would look at Nova and be like, "Hey, I believe you said you had a question for me, right?"
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask, you're a captain, right?
Yes.
Where's your troop?
As I said before, I left the army willingly.
Alright.
He's not a deserter, guys. Trust him.
Inside check.
Go for it.
I
Go for
100%
it.
trust him.
May I too?
I 100%.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't trust
Honestly, I don't
him.
think Soul. I don't think Soul would
Damn.
matter to Soul.
Oh fuck. What's an army? Sounds foreign.
26, baby!
Not
Yeah.
me, that's what you
He
told the
has
group
his
about.
business. He's gonna respect it.
Fair enough. All right. So what are you guys trying to incite exactly?
How, when he says I left willingly, does it sound bitter, or does it sound like, no, I just don't want to be part of the army anymore?
Ad, are you trying to be deceitful or hide any information?
He's honest, 100% honest.
All right, then. Eros, you.
Army, cool.
I mean, you know what an army is. Just sometimes you can't exactly pick up on if anything's under the surface for people when they talk.
Like people.
You don't notice anything other than he seems to be telling the truth. Everything checks out for you.
I like
movies. Good God. Nova and Garland, you can tell that he is speaking the truth. You do know that several of the armies in the countries around here offer, of course, like peaceful and honorable ejections from their ranks. This honor is often given to captains of high achievement. You figure he was probably one of them.
Why'd you leave the army then?
I did not like the atmosphere in there.
I didn't like the vibe.
Exactly. I was looking for something. Thought I'd find it there. Spent a big chunk of my life in there, and at the end, I couldn't find it. So I left.
Are you closer to finding it now?
He just look at her and stays silent.
Inside check.
Good lord.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go ahead and try
That
to.
one.
Ooh, not great, not great.
Ah.
Same thing, he's just gonna
That was
respect
the
it.
perfect net one.
Nice.
Oh man.
14, 10, and a 4. And you guys were inciting against him, saying that he hasn't found what he's looking for yet?
Yeah, I asked him, have you found it? Are you any close to finding it? And just dead silence there. And I was like, oh.
You get the feeling even he doesn't know.
Valid.
Well, so not understanding that, he'll just say, "You don't have to tell us at this moment. No worries."
Just because of Eros, how old are you? If you would like to tell.
Yeah,
I thought I did say.
he had.
Taj, I mean.
Oh,
okay.
had.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tad. I was confused. Like,
Because of Eros. It's like, anybody can be anything, right?
Anyone can be old now.
How old is he?
I'm,
I gotta look this up.
I'm 33 years old currently.
He's pretty gray hair.
War, motherfucker.
War. Exactly.
War never changes.
What? Don't just say that.
Yeah.
Wait, Amos, how old were you again? I forgot a minute.
Oh,
My
sure.
brain.
I'll give you the direct age. He is 123.
Damn. That's just 23 for just a century older.
I know.
And plus another.
Nova, how old are you?
I don't know.
Approximate?
No, I mean, I literally couldn't. I knew Seoul for a few years, and we've been traveling for 6. I don't think I'm like 13. So,
Maybe mid-20s?
your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, fair, yeah.
Looking at arrows right here, she could be in the thousands, but who knows?
Who
Like,
knows?
I
know,
don't
no
think
need to
my
be
physical
worried.
form has changed.
Yeah,
See,
I mean,
has my form changed in the last since I remember?
not that you remember. You know that it has changed in terms of like in response to physical stimuli, in times of sickness or like times of great stress. You know that your body has slightly changed. However, in terms of age, it doesn't seem to have changed that much. So you can still figure that you're relatively young, probably a young adult of your species.
So whatever I am, I think I'm a young version of it, but
Whatever I am, I'm a young one.
I'm a young woman.
Hmm.
I don't know how old I was before.
I mean, you look pretty young.
Saul,
What?
How old are you?
Older than you could imagine. I'm 120. Well, actually, and you'll see as he starts doing a little bit of math, actually. So, well, I guess technically because of that and then the singularity. I guess it would chalk up to now roughly about 143 My age is complicated.
You look good for 143.
Wait, and you've
He should know he's an elf.
Of course, that's the joke.
You see, as soon as Eros makes that comment, he kind of groans a little bit, like a little bit of like a look of frustration on him for a moment.
I'm sorry. It's an elf thing, you know.
No. You know what you said is you're fine. You're fine. Trust me. Long story.
How
Would-
long have you known?
Would
Nova?
Nova know why he's groaning?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
how
what were you gonna say,
long?
sir?
How long have you known Nova then?
Oh, simply 6 years.
Yeah, about 6.
Yeah.
Most others
Alright.
trapped from tavern to tavern looking for you fuckers.
And Copper, how old are you?
Oh. He's gonna start counting 4 fingers at a time. Well,
Oh.
3 fingers and 1 thumb at a time. Probably be 12 and a half now.
That's like, how old is that is it? I'm guessing grung species, right?
I mean, on the frog folk, you see, we live till 50 usually. I mean, unless they're talking about me grandparents, I mean, they lived a bit less, to be honest. But yeah, nah.
Stop
I
crying.
mean, I'm grown up in my species. I guess it'd be what 1920 for humans.
Yep, probably.
That makes me a bit sadder than I thought it would.
Right.
Nah, it's cool.
No, it's I just feel bad whenever I think about other races' lifespans.
Well, it's not about how long we have, but how we use it.
Oh. Nova just gives him a little hug, like,
Oh, buddy.
It's pure.
so pure-hearted, must protect Sunshine Child.
You talk about he might be a tiny bit red in the face.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Gives one head pat. He keeps it.
Nova to him after she's just hugged. All right, Metal Face, how old are you then?
Oh wait, real quick. Soul would have kind of just going back or whatever. Let's just say for me, the time magic is not kind, and just leave it at that.
Of course. And you're asking how old I am?
Yup.
Guess.
Well, that's not.
You can tell by his face. Oh wait.
Fuck you, Druid.
Hilarious.
I'll guess 29.
Insight check. From everything I've seen and how he walks, could I
Insight
guess?
Yeah.
Does he have a
limp?
limp?
Is he using the cane for aesthetic or does he actually need it?
Oh god! Continuing the tradition. Gotta play old man every time. Ooh!
Honey,
Insight. Hold on. I'm
He takes off
rolling.
the mask and
I'm
it's
going.
actually
Face reveal,
Gavril
face
the
reveal.
whole time.
Everybody
With
get
our
that joke.
powers combined.
Damn.
we got this.
You can see the crow's feet on him. He walks pretty. He walks pretty sprightly. But the way that he's obviously like, he's got a lot of experience, and he's obviously a cleric who's been a cleric for quite a while. He's
Yeah.
probably in his mid-30s.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
was gonna
say
say 36
30s?
or something.
30s, early
Yeah.
to late.
Yeah, we don't. Do we know that you're a human, like at all?
Yeah, Nova's just
I mean,
like, yeah, what actually are you under there? As
I
I
mean,
just
we
like,
could
kind of
see
peek
his.
through the
We
heart.
could see his. I mean, we could see his ears.
You see the
I mean,
ears.
yeah, I guess
but,
that's fair,
I mean,
but it's like
nothing else.
also. I mean,
Yeah,
this
but
is
I
D
have
and D. Yeah, exactly. Like she has ears. We all have ears or whatever. There's
Well,
like
no.
freaking
The
walking
point I'm
aliens around.
making is literally every non-human race has some sort of point to their ears. Humans always have like curved ones, you know.
I know.
Dwarves
That is fair, but
don't?
we also don't know what or Nova is, so we could. Garland, as far as we're aware, could be like some crazy alien race. We don't know. We don't know.
I mean, I don't know how
Guys-
widespread
guys be
frogs
careful
are
then.
either.
Oh, normal.
Well, I mean,
And
like, as if we
Druid,
don't know
how
what
like-
your race is, so Garland could be a completely fucking alien race as far as we know.
Oh, this
Just
conversation
lost half
is,
human use.
and Copper just has holes somewhere in his head somewhere.
How,
Look,
how
we're all not
widespread-
normal.
Yeah.
How widespread
Yep.
is frogfolk in this world?
So the spread of frogfolk in the world of Aetheria, there are, as your people tend to congregate in swamps, and there are several swamps within the world, you yourself know of at least 3 locations of major frogfolk cities, if you will, within these few surrounding countries. You know that there is a major kind of like frog, like what's the word? Frog acropolis, if you will. A continent over on the other continent in the kingdom of Skip. There is a massive swamp that houses a great number of your people, but
Okay,
they
so
tend
it's
to be
like,
scattered.
they're not rare in terms of
No.
like passerbys.
They're not rare, but they're not showing up on every goddamn block like a freaking human.
Fucking human
Goddamn.
like daisies.
Goddamn human roaches.
Oh, man.
Wow. All right then.
Great Smith.
Oh.
man.
Like, yeah,
I
just
did not say that, by the
Copper.
way.
Copper's just like, yeah, it's fucking humies. I am. I'm man.
Oh,
Blur for humans. What the fuck?
fucking land dwellers.
Oh god.
No, I just
Good
think
lord.
10 fingers. I just think 10 fingers is a bit creepy, you know?
Humies.
That's a slur. Confirmed. Canon. Somewhere.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, so no
Well-
we'll go to Garland. About 30-ish?
You have an eye. 35.
Oh, shit.
He's not an old man. He did it. He's no more.
I did it! Yeah!
Wait,
I was
so Garland
guessing
isn't the
36.
DILF?
He could be
35 can be a DILF.
35. A young one. You know, he's got time.
Well,
Young
but
spry
that's how-
DILF.
He can't
And also-
start one. He has to develop into one.
That's
It's
the
his
Yeah.
art.
You
You gotta
Come on.
earn it. You gotta
His
earn it.
arc.
It's like a
Hey, man.
fine
Right.
rum.
Maggie, you're gonna say?
That just depends how young you become a dad. Like, I've got mates already who are parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they DILFs?
They're going to be one day. They're at that baby
Okay.
phase of a dad right now. Give them
Oh
10
my-
years and they'll be there.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
They're dad larvae.
Can I ask why are we having this conversation right now?
Great
Asking
question.
the-
To kind
asking the
of
real
rein
questions.
things back in.
God damn.
So, as you all are in the kind of living room commons of the bedroom suites, and these maps show up for you, and the discovery nodes also show up. The time does begin to set a little bit, and after an evening of good talk, reminiscing, and
Oh, cool.
bonding.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
Sensei, want to say something?
Because I
What's
was just gonna basically ask like if anybody else had any other questions. I know, Garland, you still had a
Right,
question
yeah.
or whatever.
Let's make sure everyone gets their
I
questions
just
This
wanted
in.
to make sure.
The question that I do want to ask Saul is like when the group has dispersed
Okay.
and we're all going to bed.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I was just making sure
Alright,
like,
we'll do
everybody
that in
got
just
their
a
sort of thing.
Yeah, before we wrap it up for today. But all of you, after a night of drinking, merriment, bonding, that kind of thing, and some excellent bowling, you all retire to your individual suites, and each one you notice is tailored rather nicely for each of you.
Wait,
It
wait,
just
wait,
so
no.
happens. Yeah.
Leap
what's
over.
up?
We drag everything into
Oh,
one room.
yeah.
Oh my god. We'll make a
Okay.
pillow fort.
As you
Copper
do
is
that,
just like wide-eyed and grinning.
yes, you
Just a little bundle of
Pillow
energy.
or pillow.
Anyone who
Pillow,
complains about
pillow.
sleepover, I just like shove like Copper in there to go, look at this little frog face. You want to disappoint this little sad face?
He doesn't want to
We're
break
having a
first, but his
sleepover.
eyes are asking for a sleepover.
She's got a
Oh
point.
my god.
She
you
does
hear
have
the
a point.
house.
I dare
As
you
you
to
all
say
gather,
no.
yeah, fair enough. As you all gather, you hear the house go, in order to activate sleepover mode, please knock on wall twice.
No, do it. No, I want it. Oh.
Right, okay, wait, take
I
it
turn it
back.
off. I turn it off. I'm letting you activate it. I'm letting you activate it.
Okay, so you activate it. As you do, chutes open in the walls, and out of these chutes fly several very comfy-looking pillows to land on the ground. More than 2 for each of you. Blankets pop out of nowhere. Several other items and odds and ends pop out. Copper, you notice some of these items are basically comfy version of actual building blocks in order to build a functional yet very comfy and supportive pillow fort.
No way.
No way.
No.
I might have to build my kingdom here. I make my army here.
And as everyone is overjoyed at this development, you do notice, although you guys don't notice, but the 2 of you involved do notice that Soul and Garland are off in the corner of the room, speaking to each other before joining everyone else.
I imagine this like as we're about to go into the room, Garland stops Saul by the shoulder and like kind of points him to kind of have a conversation on their own.
Yes, of course.
How much do you know? You know bits about us, of our past. What do you know about me?
Correction. I do not know of your past. That is Nova's domain. But I do know of your future. I have wrestled with the idea of explaining what possible fate you all could meet. But in doing so, I strongly wonder if saying so will bring it closer to fruition, or would it steer you away? And as of now, I'm not sure I'm willing to take that risk, or at least all of your safety.
I have Gahul Quran on my side. You can tell me.
Persuasion check, buddy.
I've been trying that for 6 years, mate.
Is this brokering a transaction? No.
No.
Damn.
5 charisma
wow.
points.
Transaction knowledge.
Oh my god.
8.
Shit. Do I have inspiration of any kind? Because I genuinely.
Not
Fuck's sake.
If I'd been there.
Fate has been decided.
Doesn't mean you can't crack them later.
Yeah.
Later episode.
You'll see his soul basically does the same thing with it that he's done with Nova for fucking 6 years. It's just like, maybe in time, just not now. Not now. But doesn't mean never, just this. I don't believe this is the right time. I know it is annoying, but believe me when I say I do this do this for your safety and nothing more.
By the time you're
Actually,
saying this,
retcon that.
Garland is like
I do this.
already.
I use wreck on that. I do this to make sure that the fate that fate doesn't occur.
But by the time you're like halfway through the sentence, Garland walks into the room for the slumber party. He wants to know.
When you sit down, like nearby, Nova will go, he gave you the same song and dance, didn't he?
And as Nova and Garland kind of
It's annoying.
comorbidize over Soul's lack of information giving, Soul also eventually joins the party as everyone starts to create a most magnificent pillow fort. And our view of the room zooms out with everyone just having a blast. And the view kind of zooms over to another room near the back of the library, a sort of study room. And you see, by flickering candlelight, a small tabby feline and an older man with a long white beard talking to each other. I do not know if they are ready, frankly. I know that This establishment has been around since before either of us were even a twinkle in our ancestors' eyes, but do you think it could be wrong? The Xavier takes a moment to answer before replying. He goes, "No, it could never have been wrong. It was made by the god Sacrifice himself. Do you really think he would have given all of his essence to create a library that was fallible?" The cat seems stunned and purrs for a second before responding, "No, I suppose you're right. I worry for them. This group seems like the one that can actually fix things, and I worry. Fear not, young feline. Everything will be all right in time. We will guide them the best that we can and send them on their journey. But for now," and he breaks out into this huge smile as he pulls something from under his desk and he goes, "I've got pie." And he pulls out several pieces of silverware for both himself and the cat as they indulge themselves in pie. Once again, our view of the room zooms out, but this time fades to black. And that's where we're going to end it for today's session.
Oh.
That was really fun. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to get to my backstory so early, but wow, he's a wanted man. Whoa, crazy! Wow.
Whoa, crazy.
That's what you get for people who can see the past and the future, mate. Secrets.
Hell yeah, that was beautiful. Fantastical. Amazing.
The powers of bowling.
Yeah, the powers
The
of bowling.
powers of bowling.
It got
We're
Garland
gonna
off
need,
his
like-
books. Damn.
What are these bowling t-shirts, like club t-shirts you get? Everyone like in the party's gonna need one of those.
Bowling
Oh my
and
God.
bonding. That's the
One of
same.
those, like-
bowling to
like
the
if I were
bingo chart.
don't say good morning because if just say morning because if it was a good morning I'd be fishing but for bowling.
Oh man. Alright, here. I'll break down stream. I'll be right back.
Do it.
Okay.
Bye.
Feeling it.
Bye.
Alright. Oh, there it is. That being said, thank you guys again for deciding to tune into the stream today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time watching and more. That being said, we're going to be live in about an hour over with Nerd Archie. As we have the D&D Sensei show returning back live. So that's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure to check out that fantastical sort of talk. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys within about an hour and a half. All right, guys. I will peace out. Let's run this one. There we go. This thing.